No, there you go. And that's normal.
Wahoo.
Wahoo didn't make our top 10.
But who I did.
Welcome to the Objective Perspective. I'm Chase.
I'm Joe.
And we're going to be talking about some video games.
Really excited to do it. This is a good intro.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Gotcha.
End this bit.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me, and that's all I could think about when I said that.
It's been 1 week since I looked at you?
No, I mean, it's a song.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
don't know that shit.
Okay.
I
Well,
thought you were telling me it's been a week since
No.
I've seen you. I was like, Chase, I saw you on Thursday.
Speaking of Thursday, we just finished our whole top 10 deliberations for VGHL, and we were going to talk about our top 10
Yeah.
games. Like ours are actually not the group consensus of VGHL, our own.
As individuals.
Yeah. With our own thought process.
Sentient beings.
Yeah, not this weird group collective that is TSTV.
Gross.
Yeah, right? And I think about
Just
it.
a giant amoeba.
Yeah, even though we still got our top games on there.
Yeah, and I think that's part of my reflection is I feel kind of bad about that still, even.
Yeah, but like it's weird. Like we left the doors open as we could.
I wonder about power dynamics. You know, I wonder about the nature of speaking up, of just who's running the show and sort of how much sway is held by their voice. And like Near one, our top 10, and I don't disagree with that pick, but I don't feel right about it. I don't feel good about it. You know what I mean? I feel like it was not earned, and that actually really bothered me a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit strange that sometimes like other people's top 10s didn't get in and stuff like that. And then also like no one can play every game, so it like gets harder and harder each time to be like, well, this game's actually really special to me. And I think people like associate with that way more than they think they would.
And we've said that a million times this year that this year specifically is even harder than usual because of how many games there were that all spoke to such different people. And I really like the idea that we went with like getting everyone's sort of personal important games on that list. I think that was a really good way to approach it.
You can almost just call it the top games of VGHL and then just not put a top 10 on there.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
I know. Well, then where's the fun in you just going, oh, I won, but I don't like it?
No, I mean, it's
like
stuff that's
humble.
on my mind.
It's like humble bragging.
Well, because it's supposed to be about like what we feel, you know? And I feel like sometimes it wasn't earned. I feel like the room was going for Prey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't think the room was going for Prey. I think it was like half and half, actually.
Maybe.
No, I think
it was literally half and
half. Yeah.
You're right. But still, like...
Watch the tape. Uh-huh.
I think it's amazing how, like, I thought I was good at this shit, and I'm realizing, like, I have so much farther to go.
Like,
you know?
what like, makes you say that?
I don't know. I always knew it was easier to, like, knock down someone's sandcastle than build your own, but, like, it really just hit me that, like, wow, I really suck at building up my sandcastle sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough to be able... It's really tough to it's really easy to knock down a sandcastle because you just need a foot. You need skill and labor to build up a sandcastle.
And it feels bad to knock over sandcastles, too.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it.
I wish I said I didn't like knocking over sandcastles, but there is something about thinking of myself as a kaiju crushing someone's dreams that, like, is insanely therapeutic to me. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm just...
but I try really hard not to.
I hate knocking down sandcastles when I haven't played them, also.
Yeah.
Like, that was the worst
That's a
part.
rough one.
I'm like, man, Assassin's Creed Ralph loves, but, like, I didn't know what to do. I was, like, legitimately, like, paralyzed. I didn't know how to approach that situation.
I think that comes
I failed as a moderator.
I don't think we failed. I think he made his case pretty well, and I think it got up to where it should have been,
Maybe.
like where it needs to be. And I think everyone else, like in that room, also didn't play it, but heard his argument, his sandcastle for a long time, but believed the other arguments for what ours were better, more consistent with what they wanted.
Yeah.
I think it all comes down to how you argue, and that's like it's a much different thing than being like, this game's actually objectively good.
Yeah, namesake.
Yeah, but being like, because like it's all subjective. So like, I'm actually just making my emotional appeal, and then layer in with that the logical appeal of it.
Right, and I think that's why I was especially disappointed in my own arguments, because at some point when it's a story-driven game, I feel like those are the games I'm usually really into when I'm arguing for stuff like this. I have a hard time explaining that when it's someone who hasn't played the game, so I just fall back on regurgitating plot points and just events, and that sucks as like arguments when you're just saying like, hey, this is a really cool thing, and not saying why or why it matters and going that extra distance. And I think I really failed on that part.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd agree. I think like the near plot points are like good selling points at some point.
I think they are too, but I don't think it's a compelling argument for why the game should be the game of the year for our show.
Yeah, and I think you even said that like during when we were walking out afterwards to go get some food, you were like, you made a better point than me. And
well, you did, because you made better arguments. Like you had a better case built.
Worked from the ground up. Call myself Phoenix,
but also like, I wish that I was able to somehow, like, I think it's on me, like 100%, but I think it would have been easier for me if I felt I could connect to other people who played the game besides just you and me.
Yeah.
I think it would have been easier.
Well,
like, it was still entirely my fault.
Yeah. But like, and then I made the case for Prey, and I only knew Michael had played it.
Right.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe, and then Noah played it for like 10, 30 minutes.
You programmed everyone by putting that on the show. That was the move.
That wasn't my move.
That was the move.
That was Peter's move.
Checkmate.
Yeah, it was finally all my plans are coming together.
It undid you, because then it couldn't win, because then we'd have to play it again. We'd play just near and be like, number 2 game of the year.
You know what the funniest thing is? I would have fucking sat down and played Prey again and been like, let's move ourselves like an hour more in. New area.
Part 2.
Yeah, put us in the Arbitorium. Oh, same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Put you, Peter, and me on Real Nightmare Show.
Space Squad.
Yeah, it was a really fun time. I think we maybe got a little too near heavy.
I think so too.
We like top loaded near. I mean, we like near a lot. I don't know, what do you want?
Again, I'd feel less bad about it if other people played it.
Yeah,
because
I guess.
If it was like, hey, everyone played Zelda and Zelda won all the categories, it'd be like, okay, cool, because like everyone likes this, everyone came together on
I think
this.
I feel worse about that. Because I'm like, well, then nothing
just
gets
as an example,
yeah.
like when it's like a game that only 2 people have played versus 8 of the entire collective, like it feels weird for it to dominate half the categories.
But like, I don't even think many people play, like our whole panel. I think like only a few games all of us collectively had even tried to play.
I know, that's what bums me out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We're not like game reviewers or press or anything.
Definitely not.
I wish we were sometimes, so we could have those people to fucking sit down and their job was to play these goddamn video games we talk about.
It's fun to pretend to.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do.
Yeah,
that's literally all we do.
Playing games media.
I think we play the games media all right.
We do okay.
Yeah, we do okay. And
there's no consequences for our actions or liability.
I mean, there's always consequences. It's our own consequences.
You're
we put
right.
them on ourselves.
Yeah.
But I think we do okay. We talk about things at least somewhat succinctly.
And have fun while doing it.
Yeah, I just wish, it's money. Money in college is a hard fucking thing.
You ain't kidding.
What?
You ain't kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I just spend my money on food and video games. I don't even do anything else with it, really, just so I can play the video games.
I don't know if I said it on the show yet, but I have a half kind of New Year's resolution to not buy any games this semester.
Yeah.
Hopefully all year, but I don't think I can last an entire year. And that includes old games, too. I'm just trying to not buy anything. I need to save money, as well as, like, this is a good opportunity to just play games that I already have because I buy too many of them.
Yeah.
I think like a third of my games I haven't even started.
Yeah, I try to buy games and then complete them as much as I can, which is like my thing, which is why I'm probably not going to buy that many video games this year because I'm so busy this semester specifically. It seems like, especially with VGHL stuff, we're starting to iron out the kinks of it. It's like becoming a very busying process.
Which is great, but it's something that takes time.
Yeah.
We're really trying to make the show better, but it just means that much more effort.
Yeah. And I like realized I'm like going to start like talking to Peter about like if it's okay if I leave during certain times just so I can like do my own stuff for a bit.
And you totally can. That's the advantage of there being 6 of us.
I think like the big thing I was mostly thinking about was like Saturdays when me and Yoshi will show up on time, and then I might just like bounce out a little earlier for like before teardown to be like I need to go just home.
Want to know a secret?
What?
I don't think Saturdays are going to really come together.
You don't?
I don't. I think we'll do it maybe once or twice. If I'm being like realistic here.
Okay. I think it could totally work. So I think like if me and Yoshi show up on time, I can get them to set up and I can get it to go. I just think like I'll need to bounce out if Peter and Jillian show up on time, like later.
I feel like I know how the late semester works, and I know that everyone gets so busy on their work grind, and like no one even wants to do that because they're just like drowned in homework and shit.
Yeah. Well, I think it just comes down to like if they agree that's actually more chill, I think it'll be fine to be like, work on maybe come here, help out with what you can, and then when you're done, if you don't have anything to do, just work on your homework and hang here.
That'd be a really fun time. Like I'd love for that to work out, but I'm a little skeptical.
I'm always skeptical. I'm gonna try to make it work as I try to make everything work, and then I'm trying to really, really iron out the Longhorn tabletop gamer stuff, and that's a fucking process and a half.
Yeah, is our D&D thing happening?
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
I should just need to like get in the group chat and be like, when is everyone going to meet up on like voice chat or real chat? We need to talk. We all need to like talk.
And if it's easier for me to just not play because I'm leaving in March,
that part doesn't matter. I just need time to get everyone together to talk.
Yeah.
Like that's really it. And I just need to like get that in my head. But I got so busy this first couple of weeks.
I'm saying this is the easiest weeks of the semester, and
Yeah.
like we're already this busy.
Well, I think like especially me. I'm busy just because we have such a sudden influx of people onto it. I'm trying to iron that completely.
And we're about
out.
to get all the new people on Tuesday,
And we have to iron that out completely. Like
Yes.
I think our middle semesters are our easy semester, and it's actually the end and the beginning that are toughest.
well, because you get in the middle, it's midterm season.
Yeah, and midterm season I think is like hard, but like it's like a sporadic hard. Where if you have enough people, that'll like even itself out.
That's the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope. But it's a process. Making timetables and Excel spreadsheets and stuff like that is never fun for the whole family. I have to like work on like getting them like, do you still want to do this? If you don't want to do this, just let me know so I can move on to something else. Just stuff like that.
I always want to do this.
Yeah, this is something I'm okay with always doing. We're gonna do this when you're in Japan.
This is the constant.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna do that.
You're just gonna like stay up late and I'll just wake up early.
We'll figure something
Yeah,
out.
I mean that's what it's gonna be. You're gonna be like, if it's 11 p.m. in like what time?
It's 11-hour time difference, I believe, or 13.
Yeah, so you could be like, I always wake up really early. I could do this really early, then go to class one day, and then like, let's say my class is on Tuesday, or start at 12. I could wake up at like 7 pretty easily. And then,
Madman.
yeah, I do that already.
All
My
right.
Monday classes are 7 a.m.ers.
All right. We'll find a way.
Yeah,
We'll find a
try
way.
to get us back on track.
Yes.
I like this talking though.
No, it's good. This is good housekeeping.
Let's get into our own top 10s before we get into VGHL's top 10s.
Sure.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, we're announcing VGHL's top 10s?
No, I said let's do our top 10s before we even talk about VGHL ones.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You do yours first.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
I have to find my list.
Oh, okay. I think
I'm asking you.
I have mine like somewhat memorized, so like there's a little sporadic differences every time, but I think my number one is still Prey, easily. Number one game of the year, number one game of my life. Prey's really good.
Game of a lifetime.
Yeah, game of a lifetime. Game of a generation.
I'm curious, like, how does it stack up to System Shock 2 and 2 other immersive sims that you really have fallen in love with?
I think this may be one of the best immersive sim games ever made. I think it takes like a lot of the decisions of those old games and makes them even more crazy immersive in a way.
How so?
Like the idea of like, okay, you find these level ups in the game, and then it goes like, you can just like make them if you want to, because of course they would. They manufactured them on this place. You can manufacture them, so you can just start making your own level ups, which is like crazy to me. Like the idea of like collecting everything, then turning it into like organic matter, and then taking that matter and like making bullets out of them is like a very cool idea to me. That game, it's like doing all that's very fun. I think truly the world design of like the what's it called, like how the people interact with each other through like ship emails, logs, and actual personal interactions, and how that affects the world of the game are so perfectly like intertwined with each other that you figure everything out like just as the people would, and like you feel like that whole world's so fully realized. It's just actually incredible. Like it just feels, the System Shock 2 feels like a spaceship, but like it feels more like levels after a bit. This game feels like you're on a space station and it's just a space station. You're just there. It feels so realized in a way that's, I don't think games really get to, because they always go for bigger scope. This goes for smaller scope, but incredible detail in that.
Yeah, the depth in the individual environments
It's just so cool. And then like having just 1,000 ways to do one thing is maybe my favorite thing about video games that like it hardly ever seems we actually get to. And that was like probably the best part about Prey. I like it.
Good.
And then number 2 is Nier Automata.
What's that?
Automata. What is that?
Yeah, I never heard of that game.
We talked about it all the time on the show. If you want to know what Nier is, so fucking listen to our previous episodes. It's good. I don't want to talk about it. I think everyone who listens to a game podcast knows what Nier is.
I think so too, which is good. That's
Yeah.
a really awesome thing to say.
Yeah, I think everyone knows, and if you don't, Wikipedia. And number 3 is Hollow Knight. I think it's a hard. It's either 2 or 3. Those always switch with Nier or Hollow Knight. But Hollow Knight's like one of the best Metroidvanias and like an actual classic matchup, I think, in Metroidvanias. A very fun combat and very cool exploration, very unique level design. Like as you'll probably see with me, I like worlds that feel like worlds, that feel like all really connected. And that game feels very connected in very deliberate ways. And the secrets are fun, the combat's fun, the art style is fantastic. It's just a super cool game that I wish more people played. I think it has like a very dedicated. I wish like people I knew played it. Is more what I'm saying.
You're right, because that was a pretty big hit.
Yeah, and like no one touched it. And like when I was like, let me see what this game is, I'm like, holy shit, this is game.
Well, because you even thought it was gonna be good going in, and you were still blown away.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be good, and then I was like, it good. Fuck, what was the number 4 game? I literally had it in my head and I lost it at that moment in time. PlayerUnknown's Battleground, number 4.
Wow. Okay.
Which is it's one of the best, maybe my favorite multiplayer game ever made. I'm like really sitting there in my head. It's like right below Halo 3 maybe.
I was about to ask, yeah.
Yeah, but it's maybe the best multiplayer game. Where I think it might be better than Halo 2's multiplayer. I think its specific multiplayer ideas are so good and so unique and so well executed that it makes like an unforgettable experience every time I play it. Or like I remember the few Halo things I've done, and I still remember like 20 of the PUBG things I've done every different match because like it's just a wild entertainment for me. And like that, it's just a different experience of like truly having 100 people. Like it makes it just an incredible playground because it's like the rules are simple. You kill anyone else you see that's not your friend, or if you're playing with no one, you just kill everyone, and then you try to make it to the circle every time. And just having that like wild experience of like this massive map, and you're always on edge, and there's 100 people always, there's like 95 other people trying to murder you at the same time. It just becomes a crazy explosion of fun. I don't know like how much more fun it could be almost. And I like, and then they add a new map. I'm like, this game's great. It's fantastic.
It's like some of the most organic like fun you can have in a multiplayer game.
It's like the idea of like, do you like really well crafted stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. Do you like this truly the pure other side, which is like, we put these assets down, but everything else is up to you guys. Fuck it, I'm out. And then you're like, all right, we're in, and it just becomes a fucking nightmare.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, and then like having voice chat on, so like people can yell at you from farther away, that you can hear them far away, and then come closer. They can just keep yelling, so you can just be outside the house yelling like, "Get the fuck out here!" And you're with a shotgun. Like it's so good. It reminds me like when I played Call of Duty 4. You had the old perk that let you hear people talking in voice chat.
That's insane.
And that was like an old Call of Duty 4 perk. And I remember that one was I used to put on all the time because it was so bad.
It's like Spies versus Merc shit.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work because everyone knows you're an enemy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it never works.
It's just a terrible idea. But you'd be like below a house, you like hear someone like above them talking. You're like, ooh. It was dumb.
You're supposed to like eavesdrop on their plans, but they're just like shooting the shit, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, but like that's the good thing. Where, like you come in, you just hear people talking, and you're like pull a shotgun, you're break the door open, throw a grenade in, like. It's like the pure dream of what I want an Arma to be, and like really fully distillized into being like an actually fun shooter, instead of Arma, which is a fun military sim. But like it's a very different experience. I think number 5 is Horizon Zero Dawn. I think that's like where that game's gonna sit at.
That's higher than I thought it'd be for you.
I constantly like go back and think about that game and be like, yeah, but like I might not like it as much as like in my head, but like it was beginning of the year, I hadn't played it since. Then I played Frozen Wilds. I'm like, this is very good. And I'm like, I think this game's just like really good, like a flat, just solid, really fun like my favorite open world game in a long time, to be honest. I think the story's really cool. I think the characters are really nice. I think like everything works out really well in that game in a way that's like surprising. I think the combat in open world games suck most of the time, and I think this game pulls off combat. It might not be like the most hardest, it might not be the best balanced, but I think it's the best an open world game has offered me in probably forever. Which is cool. I need more open world games that like try to do combat like where you get hit and it actually is like, I've taken a lot of damage, and like you can't like heal. Like it did the healing thing correctly, which is like your bar fills up over time with healing. Like you have to like press 1, and then like this is your 1 bar drains, 1 bar fills up pretty much.
Yeah.
But if you get hit, like it can't. I think it cancels it. No, it doesn't cancel, but like it like will shift back down. But like when you get hit, you like it's chunks. It's not like like when that bar's going up, it's taking a while, and that when you get hit, you get chunked. So like it feels important to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, I fought that first like robot jaguar thing outside.
Fuck you up.
And like I got hit once, and I was like, oh shit! Like it felt really intense actually.
It's kind of like this really great. It makes you feel vulnerable while also feeling powerful in a way that like I think is. It's the best open world combat I've had, and I'm like really wish it was. It like had a few less kinks in there. Like I think the crafting part sucks. Like finding crafting, but like rabbit pelts and shit.
Yeah,
sucks. I don't like that at all.
I was saying I thought the UI was cluttered, but you told me I could turn some of that off.
Yeah, so you can go straight. This is like I think about accessibility in video games in the best way of like if you can just fuck with everything they give you, that's the best thing. That game literally goes like, do you want it on, off, or dynamic? So when you're not using it, it just turns itself off. And so like I turned off dynamics things. Like after a while, I put everything on dynamics except for like my map on the top part, where it just be like, okay. Everything turns off as you play.
That's awesome.
And that's cool. It's like the best shit. And then it has a good photo mode, which I used a lot more than I thought I would. And I don't like photo modes in games. Fuck. It was a good game. probably it's top 10. Easy.
Some might say the 5th best game.
Yeah, some might say the 5th. Some might even put it higher.
Yeah, they would.
And put it right below it is, I think, The Evil Within 2, which is...
That's lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's a hard year to crack that top 5. I think in Horizon and Evil Within were like very close, but I really liked Horizon. Because I really like survival horror games, but I really don't like combat from open world games. And to give me a good one and like a surprisingly in-depth one and a fun one to mess with, I was like, this is good. Evil Within 2 is just a really good survival horror shooter, and people should just play it.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell people more about it, because I like spoiled a lot already on this. And I think it's really cool to go into it more blind. I think it was like really good to go into it with like no expectations, probably even poor ones, and come out like very surprised with how much fun I had. I think the last half drags a little bit, not in the way that Resident Evil 7 drags, which is really hard drag, but I think this game has just some really cool enemy designs, some really great ideas, and like fun sound effects that I think would be way better in different games. Number 7 would be Uncharted Lost Legacy. I think that kicked up into 7. I think that game's the best Uncharted game they've ever made, because they took out a lot of the fluff and just put in actually characters I cared about and not Nathan Drake.
It's a hot take.
And then all the characters shit on Nathan Drake, like they know, and it's really funny.
I've heard people who like really love that series think it's like okay, and it's like not one of their favorite Uncharted, so it's really interesting to see your take.
Yeah, I think it's like people like Uncharted might not love Lost Legacy, but like it's short, which I think Uncharted always needs to be. Like Uncharted 4 is too fucking long by like 6 hours, I'd almost argue.
It's like 16 to 12,
it's like 20 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I forget.
That game was long and like too long. And like I don't think it fits like the style of that game. I think the open world aspect of it's really interesting. I think the 2 main characters are my favorite main characters in Uncharted, like how they flesh them out and make them fun. I think they make Nadine a better character than what she was in 4.
So.
I think they make Sam Drake a better character because he like shows up half like 3/4 through the game. He'll just show up as like you're like working with him. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And then everyone makes fun of Sam Drake and Nathan Drake, and it's good. Like it's a very fun game, and like more fun than I thought it was gonna be. And then it's just damn good looking.
Do you believe there's gonna be more Uncharted games?
Do I? No. I would hope maybe more Uncharted games, but not with Nathan Drake. That's what I'd say.
Well, that's what they said, so I think that's like a certainty.
Yeah, so maybe more Uncharted games without Nathan Drake would be like something else then.
Okay.
Which is like fine. I'd be like okay with that. At some point, maybe just call it something else at that point too. But if you're gonna make Uncharted games, like I'd like new characters and a new idea, maybe even a whole new way to play it instead of just like jump and shoot the game.
And the climbing.
Yeah,
how much climbing is in Lost Legacy?
There's a fair amount of climbing, and it's still pretty like go up these very set path. And it's not that bad. It's just like I think the set design with it is really interesting and amazing to look at. Then 8, 9, and 10 are like games I just don't know anymore. Like I just like have like games I've like set out in like a long list, and I'm like I don't fucking know anymore.
Hit me with it.
I think I'm gonna pull out the VGHL list to make sure I'm like still lined up in my head. But I think Resident Evil 7's on there.
Yeah, I think it is on yours.
I think it is too. I think that last half fucking sucks.
I still think like you love that game.
I really like.
You like won't admit it to yourself.
Oh no, I openly admit I love that game, but I think it's actually so. I think instead of it being that'd be 8, right? Is what I was talking about. I think 7 would be Wolfenstein 2, and then 8 would be Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, well, that's like really low for Wolfenstein 2 for you.
Yeah, I think Wolfenstein's really good. I just think like it fails very harshly. No, here you go. This is the actual list. I got it now in my head. So
okay.
7 is Yakuza 0.
Yes.
8 is Wolfenstein 2. 9 is Resident Evil 7, and then 10 is Tales of Berseria.
The best list.
There you go. Found it. I was like trying to memorize what actually was in my head. I'm like these like last 4. I'm trying to remember what they are, and I'm like boom, they're there. Bam, 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 bam.
Well, let's go in order. So Wolfenstein.
So Wolfenstein was that 10? Was that actually 10? Am I good? Am I succinct actually here?
That's 10.
Okay, so
we'll say it is.
Well, in order it'd be Yakuza 0 at top.
Oh fuck.
Which Yakuza 0 is just we fucking blabbed about this game all during our last couple of podcasts. It's good. It's a very fun, funny, sweet game that like more people should play. I almost want to put it higher, like I think it should be, and then I also go like, actually I love all these other games a lot too. So fuck, I don't know. This year's was hard.
Yeah, that's to me like it's just such a solid game, but I don't think it ever pushes anything for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just so good at what it does.
But it's really good. Everyone should really play it.
I feel like I'd love to sit down and grind out that game's like 100% for 100 hours.
Yeah.
I'd be happy doing that.
I think I'd even recommend it over Horizon, even though like Horizon's my 5, just for like specifically my reasons. But man, Yakuza is a fucking cool game. Wolfenstein 2 is a great story with a mediocre gameplay mixed with it. But I think that story is so good and interesting and fun. And I think the combat, when it works, is a lot of fun to play with. It just has a lot of faults that like hold it down.
I really tried to do it. I picked up the New Order again because I had it. I picked up where I was, and coming back in halfway through that game was just a little bit tedious. I don't know. It was a little tough for me, and I don't know. Yeah,
I think they need to hammer out that gameplay department way better than they hammer out that story department. So I guess story department, like they're killing it, but like that gameplay is like, whatever. It's totally whatever.
What would you do to it though? Because you don't want it to play like Doom. You know, it needs to be a little.
If it played like Doom.
No, hey, if it did, that'd be awesome. Yeah. But it has to have its own identity.
I think the thing is they need to balance out their difficulties way better, because I think normal's too hard and then easy's too easy. I think there needs to be like a nice image. I almost would recommend getting rid of the whole stealth component of that game and making it a run and gun action game.
That's where I'm at, because I think that stealth part's like not good.
I think it's fine. It's just like we want to shoot shit. We want to blow Nazis up with guns. Like, give us that ability instead of just making us put on like super easy.
Well, because it's not an immersive sim. Like, there's no need to like stealth around it. Feels like you're just a power fantasy badass dude. Like,
I'd almost argue to get rid of the stealth part of it and just make it a fun action game.
I wish like I could take more bullets, because I feel like I'm supposed to be this big metal man, you know, get all the armor and stuff, but I feel like I get melted so fast.
Yeah, well, you're not a big metal man. You're just a regular dude.
Well, don't you get like a robot body at that one point?
In 2, you get a robot body.
Yeah.
But even then, you're actually like a crippled, disabled man inside a robot body.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's real rough. I forgot the 2 games that were Resident Evil 7 at 9. Resident Evil 7 is really fucking good beginning, but a really shitty end, and that's like the hard part of that game for me. Is I really do like it, but I also like I am me, and I have to be like, here's this really great part, and then like right here is like it's shit, and then like all the DLC, there's like really good DLC, and then really bad DLC, and I like have it all, and I'm like I wish that near the end it didn't give you everything and make you a god man who just kills. And I wish the enemy design was way better instead of just a black tar monster and a black tar monster version 2.0 and then black tar monster on the ground. Like, that's like the 3, and you're like, okay, and then like a big fat black tar monster, and like it just kind of sucks. Like, they all really suck. And then like that wears off the scariness. But I think a lot of the other stuff is like so well done that like I want to see them keep making Resident Evil games. And I guess the thing to me, it wasn't surprising that this game was good. Like, to a lot of people it was, because I like every Resident Evil game pretty much. I don't think any of them are really that bad. I'm like sacrilegious for saying 6 is more fun than 5, but like I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, apparently that's a whole war.
That's a whole war. But then apparently I realize people don't like 5 that much and like 6 more. And I'm like, what the fucking world am I living in?
Like people don't like either of them.
Yeah, and I think both, like all of them are pretty fun to play. They're just a little. I think 5 might be the one that holds up the least well, actually, out of all of the games, unless you go back to like 1, 2, and 3, which are a fucking nightmare of video game design.
I bought 1.
They're fun.
Second to last game.
They're fun, but
I purchased.
You got that English voice acting. Oh, it's just a fucking perfect.
I have like director's cut on PlayStation 1.
Oh, it's so I
can't wait to dive in.
Their voice acting is so terrible. It's my favorite thing ever.
I want to do the tank controls. I want to feel it.
Oh yeah, it's that's how the game's made. Is you walk like you turn and brap. It's a good game. And then 10 is Bells of Rosario, which I have yet to beat. And I have just had no time to play video games whatsoever, really, lately. So
preach.
But I like it. I like it a lot. It might not stay on my top 10 to see how the whole thing plans out.
I think it's amazing that it made it here at all.
Yeah, same here. But out of all the RPGs I played this year, this one was actually good.
It's a testament to the game, I think, that it cracked that top 10.
Well, I mean, I think it tells you about the other RPGs we played this year, which were just so more middling in experience.
Well, maybe I'll talk about them on my list.
Yeah. Or you're going to... Persona 5 coming in, number 1.
I was lying the whole time. Yeah. This was my ruse.
Yeah, so I wanted Nier to win.
So I
could just erase it and put Persona 5 later.
It's the ultimate heist.
All right, what's your top 10?
So looking at this now, I actually feel more comfortable presenting this as like a top 9. Because like, I could fill it out to 10, but it would feel disingenuous. Like, I could put Xenoblade 2 on there, but like... I don't...
Riots in the streets.
I don't want to put a game I haven't finished either.
Gotcha.
And like,
I did it.
I feel good about these 9 new games. I played a lot more old games, but
yeah. Well,
we'll do the old games. I want to actually talk about games I played this year too that I really loved and fit that into my list. So without further ado, Joe's top 9, starting at number 9, because that's how you present a fucking list.
I go 1 to 10, baby.
You know what? Buck the trend. Good for you.
Yeah. It's the objective perspective.
Number 9, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
Hell yeah. Bringing it home.
This is the ground zeros for Kingdom Hearts.
It really is.
Like, literally. It's really awesome, though. It's beautiful to see in that engine. Like, that actually might be my favorite, like, visual style this year.
What if Kingdom Hearts 3 is the Phantom Pain of Kingdom Hearts games?
It's funny you say that because it's kind of shaping up to be
that way. No.
From what I can tell, who knows? People are really strong in that 2018 year. I'm still skeptical because I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah. I think when you say like it's the Ground Zeroes, I'm like, yeah, and I think about like, was Ground Zeroes the better game?
No, it wasn't.
Because it ended eventually, and then like it felt like a whole story was told.
No, Metal Gear Solid 5 is better than the Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes is everything Metal Gear Solid 5 has, and a story.
I would argue 5 has a better story than Ground Zeroes.
I'd argue 5 doesn't have a story that doesn't end.
You're right, but I still think that's better than Ground Zeroes.
God, dude, both those games are such a disappointment.
That's a whole other can of worms.
Go to. What's number 8?
All right. Finishing up with Kingdom Hearts, though. That engine is actually like amazing. I don't think I realized that like even at its time, Kingdom Hearts 2 was like one of the best looking games of its era.
Yeah.
And I don't think I even appreciated that when I was young playing through it. So like to see now it have this like gorgeous engine. The character models people always say look a little weird. I think they do a little bit too. I think they're working on ironing it out, but like God, those environments are fucking incredible, dude.
I think it's just hard to match like real human with Mickey Mouse. And then you're like, oh, what the fuck?
But standing in that like ruined like Sleeping Beauty town or whatever it is, and you see the sky with all the stars, and it's this like rubble of this bridge that's crumbled. It's breathtaking, and I love how it looks. It plays a little janky, and I hope it plays a little smoother when you're actually as the main character instead of Aqua. But I tried to go back and do it again to play through it again. I got like an extra trophy, and it's really cool that this game is out here, and it's really exciting. So hopefully 3 comes out and is good. And I have a lot of mixed feelings about 3 coming up. So we want to dive into those just like first? I just want to know what you think about why you think 3's mixed, because I have no idea anything. It's been so long, and this has had such a troubled history intertwined with Final Fantasy 15, and I'm just like, of the opinion I don't think they can do it. Like I don't think they can make a game as good as 2. Yeah. Like seeing their next works and knowing that the people working on it are kind of the B team. They're not the A team. The A team was working on Final Fantasy 15, like other main square projects. Like the team making 3 is not the Kingdom Hearts 2 team. I almost wonder if there's an A team. If you tell me the A team worked on 15, and man, 15 a travesty. I know. Okay, all right. I know. Do you think the B team could do better than the A team after? That's another thing people worry about, but. When you play more Kingdom Hearts games, we can have the deep dive and talking about how systems and mechanics get all fucked up by the B team. Then I'll play the card game soon, and then I watched those reviews by Some Call Me Johnny. Yeah, he had some nice reviews. He made some good points. I think he got a lot of it right with 2, actually, specifically. I think he's very consumer reviewy. And like not much more on a critical deep dive, but I'm okay with that if it's like a good consumer review. Yeah, I appreciated how upfront he was. Like, hey, maybe you could like skip this one in this sense, but like this is a really good part of this. Yeah. He presented his ideas really well. I was impressed. Yeah. Number 8, Persona 5. No. It's on there. I was looking through it, like my achievements again, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to play through this game again just to know, because I think I came down a little too hard on that game still. I think there's still something there. I think. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I'm like delusional, but I had such a fun time while playing it, and it couldn't have all just been a fever dream. I think that game style lends it to being like, wow, this is really good, and then like the moment you get out of it and think about it, and you're like, no, it wasn't, and like that's the real thing. I think that's why I want to play through it again. So it's like a tentative 8, but I think that there is value in that game. I just think that it might have some pretty glaring problems. But like I still think it's better than like Xenoblade 2. Like I really believe that. Well, then again, I haven't finished Xenoblade 2, so that's not a fair comparison to make either. I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm filling out the list when you've only played like 13 games and 4 of them you haven't finished this year. True. Like maybe I should have made a top 8. Who knows? I'm trying to think. They're both pretty bad. See, I wouldn't go that far. I guess I wouldn't say pretty. They're just totally like they were there this year. We'll see. Number 7, Super Mario Odyssey. There it is. Yeah, that game fell a lot originally. Yeah, you were like real high on it, and then you were real not high on it. Well, I think even I'd love to go back and listen to me talking. Man, this top 10 list is such a bummer. Fuck. I think that game's still really fun. I think that game controls really nice, even if they don't make the most of the controls. I think the levels are fun to explore, thank God, because that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to have another 3D Mario game. Like, I think that's really cool. It's where I'm kind of learning that I need something a little bit different. And I question, do I love Galaxy so much because of the time and place? You know, that's always something I'm becoming more aware of now, but
I think Mario Galaxy and Odyssey are just such different video games.
Oh, totally. But in terms of the Mario canon in my own head, like, I wonder if I was 10 years old when this game came out, like, would this be, like, one of my favorite games in the same way Galaxy is?
Do you want to know, like, how I think about Mario?
Yeah.
I think the main three, the big ones, 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey, are like the least appealing and least interesting I'd give to people who want to I'd want to show Mario to. I would never give them those 3 games in my lifetime.
That's fascinating.
Because I'm like, I think the best part about Mario is everyone goes is the platforming. I think those 3 games offer the least interesting platforming. I think Galaxy, I think the originals, I think the side scores offer much more fun and interesting platforming.
You think 3D World does too?
I think 3D World definitely does. I think 3D World brings up far more interesting, especially near the end when it like starts ramping itself up, becomes like a real trap. But I think that game works different because like I give it to a bunch of young people and be like, hey, play with your friends. This is what this game's made for. It's for playing with your friends. And like that's fun. I'd give them New Super Mario Bros. And be like, hey, play with your friends. Have a good time. Like I want to be like, yeah, enjoy Sunshine or enjoy 64 or enjoy. I mean, maybe Odyssey would be the best one I could give them because it's so much newer and looks so much better. But like I'd be like, nah, man, enjoy these older ones that are like way more focused on platforming and challenge.
I had a talk with Danny because he played 64 over break again on his 64, and he was like gushing about it, and I went like, yeah, man, I really like that game too, but I just think it's so front loaded. Like I think all the levels suck by the end.
Yeah.
And he had this moment of like, oh shit, you're right.
They do.
That was like the window shattering moment.
Remember that mushroom levels, like near the end, like the 4, like in the mirror,
the big
area?
Little world and the stupid fucking water level world. I hate those levels.
I even think the raising and lowering of the water level sucks. I think the eel level sucks. It just has good music. That's why we all remember it.
The
but
clock sucks.
The clock sucks.
The carpet ride one sucks.
Bad. The flying around the cap is not fun. The Bowser levels are pretty boring.
They put all the best levels at the beginning.
I think the 3 main Mario games, people are like masterpieces, or like totally not. Are like games we all think nostalgically on at their time. Like I think they're important games. I think actually 64 is an important game at its time. The next 2 are whatever games, to be completely honest. I'm like Sunshine I never want to play in my life. And Odyssey, I'm like, it was fun. It was a very good game, but like nothing that'd be like, you need to play Mario Odyssey. It's a masterpiece. Like,
it never blew my mind.
Yeah, but like, go play Galaxy. It's such a cool game still. I think it's because I did play it. Like I put that Wii U emulator on and put that shit in HD and was like, oh my God.
I was playing through 2 again a little while ago.
It good.
Yeah.
I'd recommend playing Galaxy and Galaxy 2 over most Mario games in my life.
God, I love Galaxy.
I love Galaxy 1 and 2.
I like Mario Odyssey too. I think it's a great game. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to explore. Great value.
Remember when we were
Really
talking about, I'm like, when they put Odyssey next to Sunshine and 64, I said I was less excited for that game. I feel like I've been somewhat vindicated in my answer when I was like, man, I just want that cool platforming Mario game again. I like those smaller, like, we have this one idea, we're just going to use that instead of being like, throw everything at the wall and see if it hits. And, like, I don't like those Mario games. So it feels like those top 3 are, like, they just throw everything and see if they can try to hit them all. And, like, usually they don't for me.
Number 6.
Yeah, hit it up.
Yakuza 0.
Oh, there it is.
I love this game.
The good game.
A lot. Now we're getting into the games that Joe's actually like really, really hyped on.
Yeah.
Yakuza 0 rules. This game, it's a series I've been wanting to break into for a while, and I was hesitant to jump in at the prequel, but I gave in. I did it.
Oh, it's the perfect time to jump in. This is the best one to jump in.
I'm like, oh, I gotta do 1, and then I'll really appreciate 0 at the end.
Nope.
But it's like, no, just do it.
Yeah.
Just fuck it.
Oh.
Yakuza 0 is great. Like, what else is there to say? You already talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it to death on this podcast.
Yeah.
A classic.
Number 5, Cuphead.
Okay, there's Cuphead.
I like Cuphead a lot.
Yeah, I know you do. I do too. I think Cuphead's really good.
I think those bosses are incredible, actually.
Cuphead's like my 12.
Yeah. You should finish it if you ever find the time. I
Yeah.
know you probably won't, but
I'm like, there's other part of me like, I should finish Cuphead.
King Dice is like legitimately amazing. Like to fight, it's such a fun time, and just going through a boss rush where all 9 of them feel totally different, and like some of them are so fucking hard to me. Like that last one with the monkey, like I always would just like have this mind game of like I have to skip this one. I have to go like I know my path right now. He's actually like the hardest boss in the game, I think.
King Dice?
Yeah, because then you go fight the devil. I don't think the devil's like that hard.
Yeah, that's what everyone's told me is the devil's not super difficult.
Yeah, his first phase is like the hardest part, and then it gets way easier and more manageable. Fuck, the dragon's still the hardest part. Fuck that dragon in the best way. That game's a blast. We talked about that to death too. So
talked about most of these things to death probably on here.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild
there
number 4.
That's what I was expecting it to actually
That's
be.
That's a good spot for that game, I think.
Like that's my number 11. I'd say.
So it's above Mario.
Yeah, of course it is.
No, I thought you liked Mario more.
I said I think I did, and that's why I'm like sitting on. But like, I really think I like Breath of the Wild's ideas a lot, and I don't really care much for Mario's ideas still to this day.
And I know I'm gonna do this for all these games right now. We talk about Zelda a lot too.
Yeah,
actually, probably the most recently.
Breath of the Wild is a fucking cool world, like a really, really cool world.
I don't play open world games. I don't love open world games, but this one I was glued to for whatever reason. It had that magic like Muju.
It let you climb. It's like the magic Muju.
I was gliding. Like, I loved gliding. I felt free in a way of, like, I could just do whatever I wanted. And I did.
I just can't wait for them to make a sequel to that game.
I know. If they could have items in that world, like, that'd be insane.
I don't think I just wish, like...
And dungeons.
Yeah, I almost wish...
I think more meaningful rewards.
Yeah. I think like, what I want is, like, I want that world to feel more like a world. You know? Like, so, like, I found Shrine, and then I go into separate... Like, I want to, like, walk into a cave, and then that's a dungeon. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Like, you know that there's that big gulch in the ground, and then there's just a shrine at the end after you go through this gauntlet. Like, what if that was a secret, like, bonus dungeon?
Yeah. Like, I want that world to feel more like a world. Like... Why Eventide Island works so well is because you roll into it.
And what if that's a secret dungeon, like underneath? Yeah. And it's like, oh, this is the water dungeon. It's like an island way out here you just sailed to. And then you come back with this crazy strong like item that gives you like this way to do other things. You throw in these light Metroidvania elements to it.
Yeah, there's like a potential there for me. Potential there for me that like I'm like but like the game it broke itself upon me.
I think it'd be incredible if you beat Ganon and then like this north part of the map opens up and you can go there. It's like the super high level area.
You know what I'm gonna say? Just get rid of Ganon and like put back Zant. And then make a Twilight World.
I like. I love Twilight Princess.
Yeah,
where do you come down on that one? You're meh?
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't like much. To be honest, this may be my favorite Zelda games. I don't like Zeldas that much.
We've talked about that too.
Yeah.
But you like Link to the Past.
I like Link to the Past. I like Wind Waker most because I just like the style of that game. I think it's very cute and funny, and like that can sell me on stuff. And I think Twilight Princess is probably the best Zelda dungeon game they've made.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
I also like the art style. I know everyone hates it.
Yeah.
I think it looks ugly. I think it looks cool. But that was when I was in my edgy phase where I was like, the cool, dark, edgy shit was cool to 10-year-old Joe.
I think Wind Waker still looks like fabulous. It's like a fabulous looking game. Like just so cute and funny and full of emotion.
I wish that's the world I wish had more life in it.
Yeah, there you go. Like, you hear me out.
That's the empty game.
I think we're getting there. Like Breath of the Wild is like, and then the next one, if they continue this process, the next Breath of the Wild game or next Zelda game could marinate those two together.
See you in 5 years.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, take your time, make a good game.
We got other shit to play.
Yeah, I got a Monster Hunter. I got Monster Hunter.
The 5-year game.
Yeah, like fucking wait, Jesus.
Number 3, Etrian Odyssey 5.
There it is.
This game's fantastic, actually. Yeah. Just a delight. If I could summarize it in one word succinctly,
delightful.
Delightful.
Yeah.
They've really nailed their combat and their sort of party building. You have more freedom than any of the other games, I feel like. I know they took out dual classing, which seems like a step backwards, but the way they sort of force you down these 2 paths for each class actually gives you more diversity, I feel like, and more options and tools. I talked about this on our Game of the Year podcast when I was talking about for best gameplay, but I felt like I've never had such ease of access to things like binds, to debuffs, to buffs, to status ailments, and for those always to be such important things in the game, because no other RPGs do like status ailments matter. You never like stun the boss or anything or poison them. In Etrian Odyssey, like that's one of the most viable tactics, like binding the boss's arms so they can't do their best attack. Like, and not just the binder can do that. Like my hunter can do that. Like the wolf has a bind attack. Like even though I have a dedicated binder, I feel like I was able to play around with the tools in such a more free way, and that made creating a party that much more enjoyable. That made like messing around with the tools that much more fun, and made me feel like I was in way more control of my party. And I felt like I had a unique party, different from everyone else's. Like I talked about, I had the meme team of, it's called like the Hellblade like party, because it's just like they use this move where every attack the samurai will follow it up with a hit. So if the enemy attacks, she follows that up and hits your own like party member.
Hell yeah.
Like that's like the push and pull of this. So the point is like I have my binder, he has this move where like he'll try every single one of his binds. So he'll do one punch, then he'll do head bind, leg bind, and arm bind, maybe. There's a chance he'll do those. And if they have binds on them already, he'll do another move of the same move over again. So the idea is you just have him like juggle them a whole bunch, and then your samurai's just cutting the shit out of them after you throw on these buffs. But like the number of times that she'll do follow-ups is based on how many swords are equipped. So you take off all of your armor and you just give them 4 swords.
Those dangerous tactics.
Yes. But I took like a half step. Like I had still a chest piece, but I did 3 swords. So I was able to kind of come in the middle here and just, I love that.
It's 2 swords, 1 in the mouth.
Like maybe I play my Etrian Odyssey games too conservatively, but I've never had a party this like out there and wacky.
Yeah.
And it was like successful. It worked.
And it was fun.
It was, God. I just wish that world was more interesting. That's my biggest problem with that game is it feels like it's so basic.
I think them getting off this handheld platform and putting them on something else, I'd say anything else might make that world feel more alive. And that's like kind of what I'm hoping for.
I don't know if they have the ambition for that, though, because it feels like they very much wanted a simple setting for this game. Like, I feel like this was their intended.
Well, like, I even think a simple setting could be done better. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
totally.
Yeah.
But it's so cut and dry D&D. My favorite stratum was, like, the 3rd stratum. It's, like, the swampy, marshy, dead place where, like, the war took place in the past, so it's this, like, necropolis of like death, and there's like,
holy shit, I realized what I just did on accident.
What?
Do you want to hear something real quick? So I've been making the D&D plans for our group, and hear me out. This is like the idea I had, but like this is bad. What I just realized what I've just done, which is you pull everything from your own life experiences.
Oh shit.
So my idea was like there's a cataclysm went across the world pretty much, and it's like this giant hurricane of death kind of thing, like this large, like almost like a tornado, like just a large tornado, and then just sat down in the middle of the continent. That's like where you'd be, and then you'd go inside this tornado thing to go and get treasure and fight monsters and get loot. That's like my idea for the D&D setting. It's fun. But you go in there and you end up in different areas. I realized I was just making fucking Etrian Odyssey like in
You're
a different
making
area.
the best D&D.
Yeah, like, and I wanted to. I'm gonna be like, you go in there and like kind of go through different areas where you hold like I'm trying to like figure out the true things to it, which I'm like kind of getting there. But I want to hear everyone else's opinion on what they want my D&D to be, so I might just scrap that whole setting in case people didn't want to do that. But like I want to make it light and fluffy for like we do it once a month. And I realized it's making fucking Etrian Odyssey like stratums, which is good.
It's so good the way they divvy those up. But like I'd play through that game and I go like, man, like this map exploration is really great, but like there's no gimmick here that was as good as like the end 1 and 3. And then like as soon as I started thinking that, they introduced a mechanic that was like as crazy, if not maybe crazier. Where like I'll tell you, in the 5th stratum, their gimmick is like you fuck with the gravity. So like you touch something and then like everything starts floating. So when you move, you just travel all the way. So
like the ice.
You start doing those kind of puzzles, but like they mix that in with the FOEs in a really interesting way.
Yeah.
And then even before that, in the crystal one, like you do like the jump, so you start teleporting all over when you look at a certain crystal, and like they have the opportunity to do such cool things because it's like, oh, you're the first people ever here, and there's all these lizard people running around this giant crystal cave. Like everyone's trying to make money, so it's like the gold rush. So all these townspeople are just like showing up, and they're like, oh God, like please make sure no townspeople just die. But they never do anything with that. Like there's no cool quests that come off of that really. Like
I remember it was like in 4 when it's like you go to like an area and there's like already people there, and you're like they do nothing with it. Like you almost wish like they just went more into their own world.
I think 4 had some of the cool world building though. It was more than 5's, and I think 5 they refocused, but they didn't do anything with it. And their EX dungeon is you go into space, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, EX dungeon.
Yeah, Stratum 6.
Yeah,
literally space.
You die instantly. Suffocation happens.
I don't know how you breathe. I forget how they justify it. You have a space lady with you.
Air bubble.
You're trying to get her back.
Yeah, you got a bubble and you put it in your head.
Okay.
What's 2?
2 is Tales of Berseria.
Okay, there it is. And then 1's near. All right, got it.
Near.
I figured it out.
So, Tales of Berseria is a great game in a great franchise. I started to get scared though because I realize every other Tales game is like what I think to be a really good one. So now we're due for like a not great one now.
Well, you had the not great one. That was the last one.
It's every other one.
Yeah. So now you're up for the bad one.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh
but
no!
They
this is the big Switch one.
Those teams love to sort of go in opposite directions. So they'll make a protagonist like Saray in the last game, who is the most goody-goody, and then they'll go the opposite direction completely with Velvet. Like they're always trying to go and do new things, which is really cool. But it means that they have a hard time ironing out consistencies in that way sometimes.
I think Tales is gonna be. I hope the new Tales of tries to be different instead of trying to be a generic JRPG.
I think Baba's gone now, and I think that team, I want to believe, has really good, new, fresh ideas.
Like I want to believe that too, but can one man really make that many decisions?
He can't. but he did in Zestiria.
That's true.
Like that man like single-handedly gets credit for like destroying that game, which is absurd, but I think it's kind of true. Obviously, I don't know what happened directly, but that's what everyone says.
Oh, and then Nier wins it.
Nier wins it.
Takes it home.
Yeah, I like Nier a lot.
Yeah, it's good. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm actually more interested now inserting in like the 4 games I played this year that I want like in my own top 10 for this.
Yeah. So what's your hesitant number 10?
Like that I played this year?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Like Xenoblade.
Xenoblade's your 10?
Maybe. Like I maybe played 12 games that came out this year, so It's not really fair to say that. What I am much more passionate about, I think Bloodborne is still the best game I played this year.
It's a good game.
If I had to be like, what's the best game I played, it's Bloodborne.
I don't know, man. If I had to put Bloodborne against Prey, it's a hard talk for me.
That's high praise for Prey.
Prey's very good. I think Nier is very good, too.
Yeah, I struggled with Nier versus Bloodborne, but I think I give it to Bloodborne still.
Yeah. I think Prey's like one of my favorite immersive sims ever created.
Yeah.
Like a game where like we played it for an hour there. I was like, I should just go back and beat this whole game 3 more times. Like in my head. I'm like, I'll just fuck with this some more.
I restarted Berseria. That's like, I'll tell you the biggest flaw right now for me, I think, is like they fucked up grade, because grade is your like performance in battle. It's this kind of currency for New Game Plus, which you get to spend for stuff that you bring over and like tweaks to the game. I swear it's the most inaccessible they've made grade in all 16 of the main titles. Like usually it's way easier to get. You get a ton of it through the game. They make it so hard now. It's down to like double decimal points. Like you can lose grade, and like trying to grind for it feels so impossible.
So what the fuck is grade?
It's like how they grade your performance in battle. So like you get a ton of grade for not using an item, for not dying, like finishing an enemy off with a mystic art. Like you get more grade that way. That's this fake currency that when you use it now in New Game Plus, it's like spend 3,000 grade to get 3 times experience in all your fights. Which stacks with the 700 grade, get twice the experience. So you can get 6 times experience for 3,700 grade. A lot of experience. But I only had like 2,500 grade. And I tried to farm it, and it's so tedious. And even then, like, it just was inefficient. I was like, fuck it.
Can I get it from playing it right now?
Yes. You're always earning grade.
Can I see it?
Yeah. You can check it in your records.
Okay.
It's totally irrelevant unless you want to do New Game Plus
I'm probably
stuff.
not, but I just want to see. I want to know now.
It's
I've got a currency.
If you press triangle, you'll see the breakdown.
I died a lot in one of the bosses. One of the bosses just like, I fucked up a mystic art thing and was like, well, I'm down a soul and shit. Goddamn.
They're so hard on you. It's like finishing the fight with like a status ailment. Like loses you shit.
That's right.
And it's so hard to get cured of status ailments. Like, that's what I forgot replaying this game. Like, they go hard on you. Like, you can't use an item when you have an ailment. Like, you can't get healed.
So you just tell someone else to do it.
Right. But, like, still, that's pretty hard compared to the other games.
Yeah. Can't get Yuri to do it.
Yuri's great.
I'm, like, trying to, like, really hard pulled from the Tales of, like, knowledge from Yore.
I got a Yuri plushie.
That's Tales of
put them on your head.
Vesperia.
Hey,
did it.
Nice.
I don't play. I played Symphonia. I don't know any of the characters from that game. I never played Vesperia, and I know a character from that game.
Everyone likes Yuri. Yuri is like banned from their popularity polls because he won every single time.
Nice.
It's him and one other character are like so.
What's the
beloved.
other character?
So that is a long, complicated story.
Just tell me the character's name.
No.
Okay, fine. Why not?
It's Leon.
Okay. Leon!
Yeah. So Leon comes back in another game as kind of a zombie man.
Okay.
And he just gets voted in now instead because it's literally like the same character.
Oh, is Leon from Symphonia?
No.
Okay, I don't know.
He's from Destiny.
Okay. What the fuck?
It's a whole...
Isn't there Tales of Ages or something like that game? Like that title?
Mythology.
Tales of... Man, some of the names are very bad.
I want you to do the Tales deep dive. That's what I want to do with you. We can jump into the compendium.
I was watching someone play through Vesperia.
Yeah. Vesperia is probably the fan favorite still.
And then like I was watching them play it and they just did not like it, and it was very funny. Because they were just getting used to it. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Vesperia is really cool.
Yeah. There's a pink-haired princess lady.
I don't like her that much.
Yeah, I mean she seemed pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't like her. The main character is very, very good, and the supporting cast is kind of underwhelming.
I think the one thing about Berseria that's wild to me is that the 2 female characters you get are not healers.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
That's wild, right? Like, to think of like a JRPG, it's like, oh, we're the female's not the healer or the mage. Just straight up the damage dealer.
Aizen has the only resurrection spell.
Yeah.
The brawler pirate, like Earth Malik.
I think it's like, it's why like maybe Persona 5 rubs me harder and harder. It's like I just know what's happening. It's like I get my character, jack of all trades. My friend is the brawler, and the female companion is the mage. And I'm like, I played Final Fantasy 1. Like I know how this works. And like that's maybe my biggest flaw against Persona 5, maybe why I like Xenoblade 2 just more, but Xenoblade 2 still feels fresher than Persona 5 will ever feel.
Yo, that Nia stuff disappointed me.
Yeah, that game's super disappointing. Persona 5, maybe just as much. Because all that story stuff is, woo! We talked about that before.
In that first hour of Tales of Berseria, they were already hitting me with like little references to the other games that just, it makes me smile so much, dude. Like,
I didn't get any of that.
You don't, but like, it's so little, and just playing through that game now with the knowledge of what happens is also really cool.
I imagine the treasure I'm getting is references to other Tales
that
of
is,
games.
all those islands are all a game. Like, the title's like a joke of it.
Gotcha.
And then, like, the item is in a reference to something else.
It's like, you got a blood jewel, which is like, contains the frenzy. I'm like, this is a game. And then
That's from the sequel to Symphonia, which isn't one of the canonical 16 because it's so bad and everyone hates it.
Gotcha. My character's opinion was like, whatever. And I was like, that's how I feel too. Put it down. And then Aizen's like, this treasure's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
Aizen's amazing. He's the real treasure.
Yeah, he's my real treasure. You just got to find all the treasures so you keep getting extra bonuses to this thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I can keep cooking food and get Velvet eventually to level 20. I've only been letting her cook.
I don't even use cooking in those games.
I just put it on auto cook. It just does it for me.
Velvet's like best friend in her town. You know, she has those 2 dogs.
Yeah.
You know those dogs' names?
No.
Orthe and Russ.
Oh, yeah, that's what they said. Yeah. There's like references.
No. Well,
the references.
All the Hellions have pun names.
Oh.
So you know how, well, not all the Hellions, but like, you know, Dial, Crocodile.
Yeah.
There's a Medusa.
Yeah.
Kamoana's like a tree, right?
Am I gonna encounter the people from that village again? Okay.
What happens when you put Orthe and Russ together?
Orthoros?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't even like pick up on this like
that's funny
way early on, and they allude to it really well.
I'm just gonna kill everyone.
And then the dogs are like afraid of the cat named Rollo, and Rollo is like your cat from Tales of Exilia 2, your giant fat cat that you just walk around with.
You have a fucking plethora of knowledge.
I'm the
series.
only man in the world who knows
no, you're
shit
not.
About Tales.
You're not the only man in the world who cares about Tales.
I need to meet someone else.
You're the only person who you know who cares about Tales.
That's my world.
And then you have me, who's like, eh.
Yo, Rollo's great.
Who's like, Berzeria's good.
Yeah.
But like the next one on the PC is the one before this one. I'm like, well, I could just go to the bad one then and never want to play Tales.
Yeah, don't do that.
Should I just emulate Vesperia?
You can.
Yeah, it's like on PS3, right? Is it PS3 or PS2?
So PS3 only in Japan. That's the full
360
version. 360 is the gimped beta version.
It's still the best one. Still a fan favorite.
Still fan favorite. Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah. What's the top one in the West? Do you think? Like
Vesperia.
Vesperia.
In Japan, it's probably Vesperia or Destiny.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Is Tales of Destiny good?
So Tales of Destiny, we have it on the PS1. There's a PS2 remake, which I still think is maybe like the coolest remake of a game I've ever seen, because it's taking this like, it looks, you know, like a PS1 game that's very much in the SNES style. Like, they're the sprites.
Yeah.
It makes them these like beautiful PS2 like full body sprites, like this 3D kind of sprite world. It's just the coolest fucking shit. And like seeing that game get like dialogue, like spoken audio with like enhanced music, enhanced graphics, tons of bonus content, like, and they throw in skits which weren't back in the original game. Like, it's one of the coolest redoings of a game I've ever seen. And like, I have that game now. That's the game I tried to play through with my limited knowledge of Japanese. I could do it, but I'm waiting a little bit longer, I think. So
okay.
It's really rad though.
I remember seeing Tales of Xillia and then Xillia 2.
Xillia was a big deal because there was a big like marketing push for it, kind of big in the West, kind of like coming back to the core thing after, you know, some handheld not spin-off stuff, but, you know, more handheld, smaller sized games, and Graces, which is its own controversial thing. And I think Xillia is one of the weakest games. And then I think Xillia 2 is one of my favorites. The direct sequel.
I remember seeing Xillia in the cover art. I think it was like a guy with like half white face and half black.
That's Xillia 2.
Xillia 2. I just remember looking at it and going, that's some JRPG ass shit right there.
Xillia 2, your character turns into like a fucking Power Ranger.
Oh, that's good. Never mind. I'm
sold. No, like, it's fucking good. He's the most.
Do I have to play 1 to play Zillia 2 because I just want to be a Power Ranger now?
You'll get more out of it by playing 1, but I'd rather you just experience 2.
Gotcha.
He is the most punished like protagonist I've ever seen in a video game.
Is
like,
he the punished?
Everyone talks about how like Max Payne had a hard life. Like, no, dude, fucking Luger had a hard life.
Is he like, my family was murdered in front of my eyes, and also everyone keeps being murdered in front of my eyes? I've been tortured.
And like he has. All right, his first day. No.
First day of school, I got shot.
No. All right, so he's like. He tries to get a job with his brother at the big corporation, right?
Yeah, same here.
He fails his job.
Yeah.
Like, he fails the application, doesn't get in. Later revealed that it was rigged for you to fail from the start because your brother didn't want you to get the job.
Damn.
So instead, you go to work as, like, the chef at this, like, train station, right?
Hell yeah.
So your first day, you're going in there. You're really excited. Like, all right, well, it's my first day on the job here. You're late to work.
Well, that's your own fault.
You run into a little girl who frames you for, like, doing pedo shit to her so she can sneak on a bus.
Hell yeah.
So, like, everyone's like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing? So you chase after her to try and, like, clear your name. And then you get on the bus, and then shit starts going off the wall, and you have to kill this, like, alternate version of your brother.
Hell yeah.
Who's, like, your only family, the only guy you love, and you end up getting, like, this $1 million-ish debt. So you're in debt the entire game just because you get, like, blackmailed into doing this. So then, like, the corporation dude is, like, forcing you to do all this dirty work.
Is this game set in, like, modern Japan?
It's in, like, modern-ish kind of... It's, like, the most modern Tales game.
Do you have a gun?
Setting. Yeah, you have double guns.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's the best part about him is he has 3 weapon sets. So if you press L1 or R1, you switch weapon sets. Entirely different moves, entirely different arts. The combos you can do in that game is amazing. I think that's the best battle system still. It's insane.
This seems pretty cool.
You go on to destroy alternate dimensions because you're in the prime dimension and you have to destroy alternate dimensions to save your own.
Does it eventually get revealed that you're the real monster?
You just keep committing like genocide by like murdering millions of people in other worlds when you destroy their dimensions.
Does it get like revealed that like you're probably doing the wrong thing at the end?
There's like moral ambiguity to it.
Yeah.
Like this is just like really fucked to have to keep murdering people I love.
It really is fucked.
It's a game about like choosing shit. Like that's their big thing is like you constantly making these like little decisions and big decisions
that like affect the outcome of anything.
It never really does, but there's a couple like different endings you can do.
Okay.
It's mostly little dialogue stuff, but like one of the endings, because the party's like really cruel to you. It's the same party from 1, but you're this like new character in 2 now who's like leading them basically.
Mm-hmm.
By circumstance, you essentially like they ask you to kill your real brother, right? They're like,
yeah.
No, you have to kill your real brother right now to like save the world, and you can choose not to do it, and instead you just murder the party in like a fight, and that's like the bad end is you're just like covered in blood, like hugging your brother, crying, and just the credits start rolling.
The game seems just wild as fuck.
Oh,
the game seems really extra in a way.
It is. It leans all the way into it.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Side tangent. Other great games. Radiant Historia. Loved playing that this year.
That was a good game.
And the real Xenoblade 1.
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
game.
yeah. Finally beat it.
Great game.
This is a good game.
Yeah.
It's a good year for video games.
Really good game.
I played...
What did you play?
Radiant Dawn.
Wait, you played more of it?
I beat it, remember?
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing what we were playing. You're right.
I thought we
right.
did. I thought we were doing... We were talking about what we played this year. Yeah.
I meant since last podcast. You just keep going. You do you.
Yeah, no, I beat it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's real wild.
I thought about putting it back in.
I'm talking about the Wii game. Is that Radiant Path?
Yep.
Is that Radiant Dawn?
Dawn.
Dawn's the
Dawn.
Dawn's the
we
Wii
do
one?
this every time.
Yeah.
It's Dawn.
Dawn's the Wii one. That's the one I played.
Yeah.
That game's wild. Maybe a little too much.
There's no such thing.
It's maybe battles take maybe about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It could be a little much.
It's too much.
It's a good game though.
I still think Ike is just fun as a
Yeah.
protagonist of a Fire Emblem game.
I think having everyone get to level 3 classes is a crazy idea that I more and more respect with each time I was in a battle.
Well, yeah, because it just gives you more range. You know,
Yeah.
like you can just keep leveling.
Everyone becomes too powerful. Everyone becomes a god.
How cool is that, though?
But then they also make that the story bar of like the people who are too strong don't become frozen in stone, and you're like, yes, all my friends who are incredibly powerful don't get turned to stone. And also Ryzen's with me, who's a hawk, and he's incredibly powerful.
I forget who Ryzen is.
He's the
Hawkman.
Yeah.
I like
or is that Tabarn?
That's
It's Tabarn. Ryzen's
right.
the dove boy.
Oh.
Yeah, Tabarn's the Hawkman, who I also kept with me because he's an incredibly powerful Hawkman.
I like the Black Lion. That dude is sick. Like the aide of the king.
I don't like the reveal of who the Black Knight is in that game, but it's okay.
I had that. I looked it up because I finished Path, and I was like,
it's really obvious
did
in
I
like
miss
retrospect.
Well, because he's such a side character in
Yeah.
the first game.
Well, no, in the second game, like you see him like do fights. And he's like, do.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, all right. I'm an idiot.
But this was before I realized that like I wasn't supposed to get the reveal because like I thought he died and I was like, well, I want to know who he was. And I was like, oh, it's revealed in the sequel. Fuck, I'm an idiot.
Yep.
Oh well.
It's a pretty all right reveal too. You're like, it's me the whole time.
He's like the general of the religious kingdom, right?
He's
like,
he's a general of Binyan Empire.
Benyon. Is he a good guy? I forget.
No, he's a total bad guy.
That's what I thought.
He fucking hates you.
He hates Ike.
Well, he doesn't hate Ike. He's like, I just want to fight.
He wants to fight strong people.
Yeah,
like that's his
that's
thing.
it.
Because he fought your dad a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, have this really powerful sword so you can kill me with it.
Yeah, he's pretty much it. He's like, I just want to fight really big, tough dudes. And then Ike comes in and is like, I'm a really big, tough dude. And they fight. And then Ike wins and is like, I was the toughest
the chapel
dude.
collapses.
And he's like, thanks, man. And then he just shakes his hand.
So why is he a bad dude? He's trying to murder
because he
people?
killed your dad and is fought for Dane and a lot of bad shit
Doesn't
happened.
doesn't he pull the strings to make all the wars happen?
Yeah.
And the council's all scumbags.
Yeah, well, I think the council's already all scumbags. He just like used them to his own goal, but they were pretty scummy in general.
Is he like in favor of like bringing back the goddess or whatever? Like
no, he just wants to fight strong people.
So who's trying to resurrect the goddess?
He was, so he could fight Ike at the strongest point. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Bring back the ancient evil so I can fight it.
No, so Ike would go to him to fight him. Like that's it.
Oh, that was just to motivate.
Like at some point,
nuke the world
like
if you don't fight me.
Yeah, sort of.
Burn this forest
it's real
full of the
dumb.
bird people.
Yeah, it's real dumb. Oh, that game's all right.
Yeah,
that's really I think all I played that was old. I don't remember playing much else. I played,
you play Kingdom Hearts?
No, well, yeah, that was not a great experience, but it
was a great experience.
It wasn't a terrible experience. It was totally a mediocre.
What were you
game.
actually gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say is I haven't told you this what I've been playing. This is what I played over the break. I bought Pokemon Black 2 and started playing that.
What?
Yeah. I started playing Pokemon Black 2, which I've now begun to realize doesn't require you to use HMs in it.
Have you played this Gen 2 before?
No.
Have you played Black and White?
No.
Okay, all right.
This is Peter off the dome. I don't think there's enough water Pokemon. I'm like looking for. I think I can just find water Pokemon now if I use
That's rare.
Surf.
Usually water Pokemon are everywhere.
Yeah, right. But no.
Okay.
And I couldn't find one. And you start from like a different area, and it seems really difficult. Like it seems like there's always enemies are always a higher level than me consistently throughout the game, unless I do like some grinding, which I refuse. I'm using legendary Pokemon now because I was trying to use Ludicolo or Lucario.
Where did you
Lucario.
find? Oh, is he a legendary?
Yeah, no, he's
technically?
not. He's like a normal fighter, dude.
Yeah.
And he sucked, and so I put him away, and then took out the legendary Pokemon. This exact same typing. It was like, now you're my friend.
How do you have a legendary Pokemon already?
He showed up, and he's like, fight me, and I was like, okay.
At like level 30ish?
45.
Oh wow, okay, you're far.
Yeah. I don't think I'm that far actually. I feel like this game's gonna like do the long haul.
I feel like they go to like 60 always.
I think this game, it might be. It might
Maybe
peter
they'll do that
off.
80.
Yeah, they might go crazy. 70 would be actually what you.
Mm.
Yeah, but I don't think this game requires you to use HMs at all. It's like where I haven't found an HM need yet.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I've like found where like you can use cut and strength, but like it'd be like just to get another item off the path, but you don't need to use it.
Doesn't it compel you to still get it though?
No, not for me.
Don't you want to get those items?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
I'll just buy them at the store.
All right.
It's like, well, I got a hyper potion. I'm like, I got like $3 million, sir.
Well, I thought the idea is they might be like
there's a TM, it'll be a yellow ball, and I can, yeah, you can see
you're
that.
Right, you're right.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But my team sucks, and I don't like playing it that much.
Oh. That's sad.
Yeah.
I know people who like Black and White really, really like
I
those
think
games.
I've played a little bit of the original Black and White. I didn't beat it. That's what I should have
Well, I think
said.
they prop up 2 is like supposed to be really good.
I don't think 2's bad. It's just like I like EXP share for all. It's like something I've just come to realize about Pokemon is what it just takes out all the boringness of Pokemon of being like, all right, let me put in this Pokemon, then switch it out so I can put in this Pokemon and do this fight. That should be like, not just get XP to everyone. It's like I can constantly have a fun team, and then I think they should make that difficulty harder. So it's constantly like you're pressing up really strong teams against equally really strong teams. I think Pokemon Sun and Moon fucked that up. But I think they're getting there. It's going to take them a lot more. I think they just need to make those games a little bit more difficult, but it's a game for kids. So at the same time, I don't know.
I hope they overhaul it for this new one for Switch.
Who knows? Maybe they'll make it first-person shooter, and then you throw Pokeballs at Pokemon. You're ha-cha, like Pokemon Snap style. Yeah, and we break Pokemon Snap 2.
How the fuck did they not make a Pokemon Snap for Wii U? That thing wrote itself.
I don't think the Wii U has a really good category. It's like what I've come to realize about the Wii U has some really fucking good games. Why they have Pokemon Snap 2 is a mystery I'll never understand.
I played Black and White. I never played Black and White 2. I remember it being like I appreciated like all new Pokemon. I thought that was like a really good idea.
That's what I like.
I was like, oh, this is like refreshing actually.
Yeah, I think Black and White might be like Black and White 2 would be better if I had played Black and White 1.
That's insane to me because I'm like, I don't want to now play through this world again.
So they do like in this weird
game.
reverse order and like time skip had happened. So I bet that's like way more interesting that way.
Because people are like, oh, there's the story, and people always say Black and White has like the best story in a Pokemon game, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Are
they're all bad. So like, let's not.
Well, they get like about like Pokemon's feelings and how they're just kind of like slaves.
Yeah,
that's like the story.
But then like the end, you're the guy who's like, I want to keep the slave. So.
It's the power of friendship.
Yeah, truly keeps us all together, and you in a Pokeball and me in the world around not in a Pokeball.
They like the Pokeball.
Yeah,
they like being in there.
They like it's comfortable. Give them a puffin. Like I don't know. Like that's just it's nuts to me, and I thought it was like totally okay, but I was like I don't want to play anymore. With
Yeah,
this.
I remember it being just I finished it, washed over me. I was like,
If I bet it had EXP share, I bet I'd put more time into it. Is my actual answer.
You're gonna finish it?
I'm like I might just play X and Y again. It's like those are the Pokemon I like playing. I like playing X and Y and Sun and Moon and Omega. I don't think Omega Ruby actually has EXP share, so never mind. Like I need that EXP share at this point. It's like it just ruins the fun of Pokemon to not have. So I'm like, this thing sucks. I need to train it up, so I'm just gonna keep doing this fucking repeating this like put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, or put the EXP share on it. And the other one I need to do, put it in, take it, and I just fucking don't like doing that anymore.
I saw that they were putting Crystal on Switch.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. I think playing a Pokemon game on a TV sounds sick.
Yeah,
I guess you could always do that with like the Game Boy players or something. But
will it look that good though? Like stretch it out.
I think they're doing like the boxes.
Okay,
maybe
that's not great.
Who knows? That'd be a cool way.
I'm just gonna wait for the new Pokemon game.
Gen 2 is the only gen I haven't really played. So
I think I'll just wait till the new Pokemon game before I dip my toes in because Sun and Moon didn't burn me, but it made me like softer on Pokemon, like way colder on Pokemon. And I actually liked X and Y.
That's my least favorite.
Yeah, I like EXP share. That was like the best idea they've ever done in a Pokemon game.
Yeah, that's a good feature.
Yeah, it's the smartest idea I think they've ever had.
Pikachu was the smartest idea they ever had.
That's true.
That's the one that makes the
Pokemon
money.
Yellow where you put Pikachu outside and you turn around and go, "What's up, Pikachu?" And he's like, "I fucking hate you," and you're like, "Ah, my son, he hurts me."
Can I talk about Tropical Freeze?
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Did we do it yet?
No.
I finished Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
He's done it.
I've been trying to finish this game for a long time, actually.
It's a hard game.
I don't like that game.
You told me this. You said you don't like the bosses.
Do you ever play a game and you really, really want to like it?
No.
That was me with this game. Like, I wished I could like this game. I wished I could like every Donkey Kong game. I don't like the way he controls.
I don't know why you put yourself through this.
Because not everyone. I always say. I think there's like this great people who like they love Donkey Kong. And everyone's like, oh, these games are so fun. They're so great. I can't do it. He doesn't feel good to me. He doesn't feel right, Chase.
Then don't play it. I don't know
what am I missing. What's wrong with me?
You don't like the feel
bad.
Of it. You don't like the feel.
I want to like Donkey Kong.
Dog, I've sit here and I don't like Breath of the Wild, and I'm like we all have our crosses to bear.
Well, I think I like him as a character. I like the monkey
great.
with the tie.
He looks great,
but I don't like any of his games.
It's okay to not like any of his games.
I wish I did.
You don't like the original Mario game, Jumpman?
That's a good game.
Yeah.
But even then, that gets old as hell.
Yeah,
real fast.
I mean, most of those games do, except for Galaga. Never gets old. Classic.
Pac-Man's pretty good.
Yeah, but Galaga.
Galaga's pretty good.
You shoot spaceships and they explode, and then one gets taken away from you, and you shoot that ship down.
And you get your spaceship back.
Yeah, you get two. That's
You can't shoot your own spaceship.
No. Then you lose it.
And you'd lose it.
Yeah, that's a good game.
So,
Unlike
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, that game just feels like it's so slow and clunky, both in the way that you handle and those boss fights, dude. They're such a drag.
Yeah, I don't think the boss fights are good. I don't think that's like a really contested statement.
They have like a 30-second animation of him like climbing out of the water as this big polar bear, and he roars at you before he starts his next attack, which takes like another 30 seconds. And like if you miss execute once, like in the final stage, you just have to do it all over again. And it starts off so easy, and they just ramp it up. Like, let me just start at the hard part or something, dude, or just skip your shitty fucking. And I don't like the way secrets are hidden in that game. Like, I hate when it's just, I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like the way he controls. He feels heavy.
He's a big old gorilla.
you ride on those barrel missions and they just suck, and you have to like hold A to go higher, you let go to go lower, and like it's just not fun. The music's really good though.
Yeah.
Cranky Kong's in it.
Yeah. So is the Cool Kong guy.
Yeah, Funky Kong. They're
Funky
putting him
Kong.
back. He's getting his
getting
own
back in the
game
game.
mode. He rides around on a surfboard.
That's fucking killer.
That game, it's just.
Where's Lanky though?
It feels too long. Lanky's gone. I never played that one.
You ever play 64?
Never played 64.
I don't.
Seems too much.
It's just bad.
No, I gotta play it then.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, you.
I like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I mean, so do I. That game's not good, not bad. This game is.
Are you Kazooie or Tooie?
I think I'm Kazooie.
Good, that's the right answer. Tooie's too big. It's too sprawling.
Tooie's too much.
It loses the focus.
It's Tooie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, your turn. Get a game. Hit me with a game.
I played Monster Hunter World a little bit.
Yeah, tell me about that.
It's Monster Hunter. All right, we can go move on now.
Okay.
It's really cool. I think they're trying to really push for like big set pieces at the beginning of being like, you're riding on the big dragon's back, and I'm like, okay, like all right.
Oh, you're like, get this bullshit out of
Yeah,
here. Give me the real game.
Give me the fucking Monster Hunter. And I'm like actually more confused on how to play that game than I've ever been on to play a Monster Hunter game. Because I'm like trying to figure out what quests I need to do, and I think I just skipped too many tutorials. I was like, I know, I don't know how to play Monster Hunter.
I'm the monster
I was like, just give me the fucking give me the sword. And I'm like, give me a big lizard, give me a sword,
Use
I'll
a charge
kill
blade?
it. And yeah, of course. No, switch axe.
Switch axe.
Yeah. So I can be like, hit.
Of course.
That's the only one I play. Look. I killed. I got it. So I did the things. I killed the big guano. I was like, you have all missions completed. And I'm like, what next? So I think I have to do ecological survey stuff now, and go find herbs and shit, and just do that for a bit. So I'm gonna probably do that later today, and fuck with that.
Sounds relaxing.
And collect herbs, fight probably a big iguana, and then move on down.
Mm-hmm.
They all have names, but I always just call them by how they look. So I'm like, T-Rex with horn, or like a big iguana,
or the pickle.
Or I'm like, bird that picks up rock.
What's the pickle one?
Oh, the pickle one. The pickle, the cucumber. I think.
It's a cucumber.
It's like the Devilhajo, something like that. It's like devil and then Joe at the end.
Diablo
it's
Joe.
It's just like a giant green T-Rex with like a big chin. So it just looks like giant cucumbers running through the screen at you. And you're like, oh, jeez. It's like one of the harder monsters. You're like, oh, fuck, giant cucumbers. Like, ah. And you're like, oh, shit. But like, that game feels alive in like a really cool way, which I think is the most interesting part about that game is like, it feels like an environment. It feels like the monsters are constantly moving through it now, that they're not segmented into like, you go from area 1 to 2 and there's a loading screen. Like that whole world's your world to play in. So it's really fucking cool when you're like fighting a monster, and then out of like the left-hand corner screen, it goes like, hey, there might be like a Anjihirko nearby, which is like a big T-Rex that shoots fire. It's like an enemy I can't fight right now. I don't have the skills. I don't have like the equipment upgraded and stuff. And it's like, hey, there might be one nearby. And you're like, shit. And then like you see it come by, and it's like, this is where it hunts too, to like kill the creature you're gonna kill. Like it eats them, and you're like, fuck. And then it's like, hey, motherfucker, I'm here too. And then jumps down and like starts killing your prey. And you're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Because I hit it once. It's like, you motherfucker, you did what? And I'm like, and I'm running away. And like, and the big iguana's running away. I'm running away. The thing's chasing me. I'm running through like undergrowth, like cooking through it. And you see like it's smashing through the undergrowth after me. Like that shit's really cool and like totally wild.
Is there like online stuff going on? Like, are there other players in this
So no,
world?
you have to invite players to join your world.
Okay.
Because like Monster Hunter it wouldn't work if you did that. It like would break the game.
Just be a weird MMO kind of thing.
Yeah, and it'd be like if something kills something, you would also be able to carve it, so you'd like get higher level stuff before you should, stuff like that. Yeah. But it's really cool. I got my switch axe. I'm upgrading it, so I have like 3 different switch axes now. So I have like the one I made from the iguana. I got the just the iron one, the bone one I'm working with.
The bone one.
Yeah, one made out of bone, one made out of iron, and one made out of the iguana's skin.
It's a bloodborne weapon.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and it is a bloodborne because it's a switch axe. So like you're an axe and you switch into a giant sword as like your combo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dope, and it's very good.
Are you fast traveling like back to town, or do you have to walk back?
So what you do is you usually like you go like I'm going on a mission, and then you jump on a pterodactyl and fly off to the mission.
Oh.
Yeah, and then like as you're done, you just go back to your main camp area, which you can just fast travel to in the level, and you just go, hey, I'm going back home. And it goes, you're going back home.
So the home is kind of separated from the island.
And then if you do a
hunting.
mission, you say like, hey, I'm gonna go kill the big lizard, and then once you kill it, it just goes mission ends, and then you just 60 seconds to carve it, and then do whatever else you want to do, and then you're instantly ported back.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're doing like expeditions, you're allowed to be there as long as you want, but you have to bring your gear with you, if you're doing like a mission, they give you a little bit of gear and you can bring your gear with you.
So you can't engage a mission once you're already out in the field. Okay.
They'll give you side missions there to be like, hey, can you like paralyze this pterodactyl so I can have it as a pet? And you're like, sure. And then it's like, you do it and it's like, thanks, pal. This is mine now. And you're like, what the fuck are wrong with you people?
How many hours do you think so far you put in?
I'm like 2-3 in.
Okay.
I bet there's like, I'm sort of taking my time with it. I'm like walking around, or I'll put on Star Trek sometimes while I play, just to be like, this is a game you can totally turn off the volume to, or put in headphones and listen to
Great
a
podcast game.
It's just like, yo, you're hunting monsters, you're out there on like thing, and it's pretty obvious in its heads-up display of where things are. It can be like a little confusing. It's still janky in that Monster Hunter way of like, if you're going to do this, you need to put this away first, then you can take it out and do that. Like, it's very methodical in how it plays in a way that I like. It feels janky at first, but you're like, oh no, if they let you do this, the whole game would break in a way. Like, it'd be too powerful. But they also do like a lot of like ease of life stuff. Like, if you pick up a herb, it becomes a potion if you don't have enough potions. Like, it instantly just combines into it. Like, it's like, that's what it is.
What if you want to use it for something else?
Yeah, no, but there's nothing, the herbs don't get used for anything else.
Okay.
And then you get
That's awesome then.
But then, like, if you're maxed out, you just pick up herbs then at that point, and so you can use those for other things.
Oh.
That's how that works. Like, so they give you infinite whetstones at the beginning to be like, hey, so when you need to sharpen your weapon, you just always have a whetstone, so having to pick up rocks to get whetstones.
So this is infinite because you say at the beginning, does it go away?
I don't know. And it might be, but they're like, hey, you can use this as like, they're like, this used to be used as a whetstone, but now you can just use it to eat. And so I think like the whetstones are just infinite right now.
Maybe there's better whetstones.
Yeah, maybe like a quicker
sharpen
one.
It better.
Yeah. You can drink what's it called? Your potions you can drink while moving, so you can like you still slow down, but you can like kind of sprint while drinking, which is like in the other game. Once you drink a potion, you just stop in place and go drink and then do a flex.
You do the sippy.
Yeah, but now you're like you move and like done, and you just keep going. So that game's like very fast now.
How's the run animations?
It's good. You're like,
do they have this like
yeah,
cartoonish like yeah?
The fuck! There's a T-Rex behind me.
Hell yeah,
run, which is great. There's also like, and then it seems like there's much less collecting stuff like in the environment idea. Like there's like some stone to get like some cool stuff, but nothing too crazy. So I'm like still like mining ore and stuff, but you have infinite pickaxes now. You just don't even have to have them as an item. You just have them.
It sounds like they cut a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of bullshit. And it's still like hard too. Like the game's like difficult. Like I didn't expect it to be as difficult at the beginning. It's like I played the beta, but I guess my gear was just much stronger in the beta than I thought it was. So I was like just kind of getting cocky, and I still got like knocked around a few times by like the Guan. I'm like, I'll play a little more safe now, than I beat its ass. But like I feel like there's still like that. I'm like, I'm getting it now. I'm getting like the rhythm of it again. I might switch around my weapons a little bit, see what else is cooking.
How's the story?
It's there. It seems very colonialist, I guess is the way I'd put it. It's like, we're going to the new world, and we're going to go kill the monsters there and take their things and make our land here. Like, it's very weird. I think it's like the light, funny version of it, but still like a very weirdly... And this is a Monster Hunter's always problem for me. It's always like its biggest thing that like my biggest knock is like it's a very like a colonialist fantasy, and like it kind of like that stuff always makes me feel icky in a way. Like where it's just like we're gonna take the things from the land and make them ours, and I'm always like don't like that. But I think the game's fun still. But it's very much just like these elder dragons keep going to the new world, and we must go there and figure out what they're doing there. And so we're there now trying to figure out what they're doing there.
Is there more of a story than there has been in the past?
Yeah,
okay.
There's cutscenes, and that's fucking weird.
Do you pay attention to them at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I was like,
Oh.
it's your customizable character appears in it, but I made my Palico, my little buddy cat. I made his fur ultra bright, so it's this ultra bright green fur and like pure blue belly.
Jesus.
So it just like appears as like this fucking glow in the dark animal. It's like, aha, I'm a cat.
It's terrifying.
It's so good. And my friend and I kind of look like what's the I made my guy look like, what's his name? You know, have you seen the Bullwinkle? I forget what the cartoon is called. Like the
Blue Bull?
Yeah, no, the like you know like the it's like the squirrel and the moose. Like it's like this old school cartoon. But there's a villain in it who's like this big chin and this like wily mustache.
Wait, no, okay.
Yeah, I made my character look like him, so it's like that guy and a fucking bright cat. It's like, and I come out and I'm here to fight.
It's like the dude from Wacky Races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good shit. It's real dumb. I don't take that game seriously.
I want to play that game, but I'm not buying new games right now. So.
Yeah. And that game's like totally like so much offline stuff to do in it, which is like the cool part. Like it's like, do you want to just play this offline? You're like, yeah. It's like, okay,
that's
cool.
what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I don't have PS Plus, so
yeah.
I can't.
It's really good too. Like I've been enjoying this stuff by myself. I imagine you might have less stuff completed than I do. So I think some of the stuff from the beta transferred over to give me items. So
that's
cool.
Way
more fresh. Yeah.
I was worried they weren't going to do anything with that.
Yeah, they definitely did. And then remember to buy your dances at the beginning. There's like a free.
Oh, there's emotes.
There's a free purchase emote, which is you get the good one, which is you do the prance, which is you just go like this, which is you shake your hands back and forth and then circle around an area, and I'll do that after you complete every hunt.
Good. Do you automatically do it, or do
no,
you?
No, I input the command every time. I'm like, let's go, and then like do the prance. Everyone's like, just like all these monsters around you, like looking at their dead mother while you're like, and it's a fucking nightmare. But yeah, I guess my biggest like fault would be that the story stuff seems very colonialist again, very much the same. But I don't like it at any time. It's like where I sit. That's probably about it. I haven't liked that since Monster Hunter, like I think 3, when I started realizing what colonial's fantasies were. You know, the normal things I think about.
Yeah. You know what I've been thinking about?
What?
Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yo, tell me about Dragon Ball FighterZ.
So my friend got it on Friday when it came out.
Yeah. The release date.
We've just been we've been going. We're both super casual fighting people. I don't know yet. That's the thing.
Who you clicking with though?
All right, so Kid Buu is really fucking strong.
I've heard Kid Buu's like an S tier.
Kid Buu's really good. I like him a lot, but I think that's just because he's kind of powerful.
Yeah.
Goku Black is very powerful, but he feels cheap too. So I don't feel good about using either of those two characters really.
Do you think they're like really good and like once you get the game, they're much easier to counter?
Yeah, like I wonder if this is like the spammy ones for people who don't know how to play fighting games, and like if you're actually good, like they're nothing. Who knows? But for my power level, those two are very strong. I think I was disappointed with Piccolo. I don't like how Piccolo plays.
So Piccolo seems like a zoner in a way, like a more like not a finisher, but like a great like I'll keep you at arm's length literally, and then I'll decide how this match goes.
He reminds me of Dalsim in the way like his limbs kind of stretch.
Yeah,
he does like the arm attack.
I can't remember fighting game terminology, like a zoner or like he's very good like long range, mid range, not close range fighter.
I don't know if I'm not a fighting game expert at all.
Yeah.
I barely play real fighting games. I know like how to do quarter circles and look up combos.
Yeah, I think he's like not a beginner friendly character. He seems very
I had a hard time like zoning because I felt like he was very close range. Like, I couldn't do projectiles as easily as other people were doing them.
He's a setup character. That's what it is. I remember now. He's like he does these very slow projectiles that he sends out, and so if you want to set up moves into it, kind of like he's a very. And also, he's the best counter move. So I looked a lot about this game.
Oh,
I know a lot about this game because I like.
You probably know more than
I really like fighting games.
And have you got hands on with it yet?
No, not yet. Because it costs money.
Yeah.
I'm not good at fighting games, and so I don't like to play them when I don't have time to.
I want to get this one though.
But like he has like the demon slice, I think is the move, and he'll like literally counter a move and then instantly turn back and go like back into someone. Then you can move back and forth through people. So like that's like what you should look for.
I definitely haven't pulled off that move.
Yeah, it's called like the demon slicer or something. It's like what literally happens is like he like does that like the block animation, and if you get hit, he just instantly like teleports above you and then hits you, and then you can follow it up with like a move that lets you teleport behind or in front of an enemy, and then you can hit them again. And he's a good change up character. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, set up a change up.
I wasn't thinking about it right because there are like support characters, like who you pair matters. Like my friend was using Krillin. Krillin throws sensu beans, and that can heal you up like
sensu
so
bean,
much.
3 rocks, sensu bean, 3 rocks, sensu bean.
I'm like, wait, why is Krillin the one with the sensu beans?
Oh, that's like his main. That was his big thing in Dragon Ball Z. He always had sensu beans on him.
That was Goku's thing. Goku had the sensu beans.
No, it was Yajirochi and Krillin.
Maybe I don't remember.
No, he'd always give Goku the sensu bean.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He never climbed the tower though. Goku got the sensu beans. He found the sensu beans and gave them to the people.
Yeah, but in Dragon Ball Z, like whenever people needed sensu beans, Krillin always had them at some point.
Well, he's definitely doing that in this game. It's really fucking annoying.
So you beat him up. He's gonna go for a spin. You go bam, smack him.
Frieza's cool.
Counter.
I like
Frieza's really cool. I think what's the down ultimate when you fall down and you stand up and shoot your beam.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? That's really fucking good.
They get all the little details right. I heard something like Nappa when he like goes to do his punch. There's like an animation where he stops the punch in the same way when like Vegeta tells him to stop.
Yeah, you can stop it.
Which Nappa's really cool. He's like a grappler.
Yeah.
I think he reminds me of like what's the Russian dude in Street Fighter?
Zangief.
Zangief. Kind of reminds me of that. Maybe just visually. I don't know. If
I think the actual Zangief would be Android 16 because like
because I also I've been playing the both of them. Android 16 grapples and like self-destructs.
So I was watching the Dragon Ball Fighters tournament when it was the beta. I remember watching that back in the day. There's a guy named Echo Fox who's like this really good pro player. And he played 16. You just see him like punch, go, jump in the air, hit, grapple into teleport into second punch, grapple. And then into ultimate.
16's great.
Yeah, there's there's some cool string combos you can do. That game is fun.
18's fun too.
I've heard 18's really
good. I like
good.
18.
18 is really good switch up because you can call in 17 all the time.
Yeah, she calls in like she has moves to call in like 17 and he like does range stuff. Tien, my friend loves Tien. He's been like his main constantly, so he uses like Chatsu, and there's like a move where Chatsu self-destructs. The name of the move is I'm sorry, Tien.
Yeah, the most fucked up move of all time.
Every time he starts the battle, like Chatsu just pops up in the little corner.
Yeah,
it's so good. I like Goku a lot too. That's the boring character, but he's strong.
Yeah, Goku's fun. Goku's cool.
Auto combos are great. I really appreciate just pressing square, and it does a really nice, cool combo.
And like being able to be like, I understand combos and everything, and start switching it up on your own and being like, now I can get the switch up correct.
Yeah. Feels really accessible.
Thomas hates auto combos. I talked to him like, it's a great thing for beginners to understand these games.
Why
like,
does he hate it? Does he feel like it's like the cheap unearned thing?
Yeah, that's it.
Darn.
He hated it in Killer Instinct too, and I was like, I think it's the best thing they added to Killer Instinct was auto combos, because then like it goes like, now you see how it works. Now you can do a combo.
And like people who learn real combos will beat the auto combos every time.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't defeat the balance.
Yeah, and then like also like auto combos finish themselves.
Yeah.
Where like people who know how to do combos will continue their combos. If you keep doing medium, it does its own ending. It is a level 1 super for you. And so like if you're good, you know to be like light, medium, like you can be able to chain it. You're never gonna be like, I did one combo. Like that's not what pros do. They're like a combo for years.
I like Perfect Cell a lot too.
Perfect Cell's good.
He's fun. I've been playing all the villains, I guess. Those are the ones I stick with. I don't know who Hit is. Who's Hit?
Hit's from Super. So Hit is like one of the Goku's fighting people who then they're like rivals.
I can't tell if he's a good guy or not.
Friendly rivals.
Okay.
It's like they're pretty much in a tournament to see who lives. I think is like this arc. Is like, and if a universe loses, the universe gets erased. It's pretty much it. So they're all like
setting
in a
up
fight.
this game. These the Kais.
Some evil people. There are people stronger than the Kais now.
Oh, good.
Because like Beerus.
Yeah, I like Beerus.
He's a god.
Fun.
He's much stronger than Kais. Like that's like just flat out. He is just stronger.
He's fun to play too.
I think there's like people who are who control the universe pretty much this arc. It's weird. Like children. I don't get it. I don't know much about supers. I don't watch it too much, but I get the idea of it. Which is like where Super Saiyan Blue Super Saiyan comes from. Fucking
haven't unlocked those characters yet.
Yeah, SSB SS, which is just the fucking worst naming scheme.
Yeah.
Just be called Super Saiyan Blue. Just get it fucking over with. Stuff like that, I think that game looks really cool too. I think it just looks amazing in motion.
It totally does.
Yeah, I mean, Arc System fucking knows how to make a fighting game look pretty.
Dude, Arc Systems are so talented at that.
Yeah, they made it look like the anime, which is like a really cool thing.
And you can tell they fucking love the anime.
Yeah, they're like all the little small touches. Like I heard the story is like very funny and self-referential in a good way.
Yeah, the story's weird because they contextualize it as like you're playing like possessing Goku.
Yeah, you possess Goku, and then you possess everyone. Because
like,
you can only possess one person at a time.
That's
so
why they
everyone
sit on the
tags it.
sideline.
Yeah, it's so
like I can't fight unless you're inside me.
Yeah, it's weird, but it works. It's fine,
It's
fighting games are dumb,
weird.
so at some point maybe they shouldn't do that. But like I think the whole contextualization makes it so much funnier in a way.
Put that shit in English right away.
Yeah,
the voice acting is so hammy and perfect.
Yeah, and it's good too. Like those people know how to do their voice acting roles now. They've done them for so long that like if I don't hear Goku as Goku, then like what the fuck am I doing?
And he's like so boisterous. Like
yeah.
He's all in.
I think like they're all good. I still love Vegeta's voice actor just so much.
Kakarot.
Like it's so like what an asshole all the time.
Trunks is good.
Also,
Trunks.
I want to watch Super. Like I want to watch Super from start to finish in English when it's finished. So I think they've added some. I think someone showed me the manga of it, which is like really funny. Which is like Vegeta's like a dad. He's like all dad now.
Yeah.
And like much more. He's still like an asshole, but he's like very mature now.
Is
like,
Bra born in this timeline?
No, not yet. It's still Trunks. It's
okay,
obviously
just Trunks.
Just Trunks. But like he's also like more of a grown up than Goku will ever be because he has a brain that works. Where Goku like only has a brain that thinks about strength. But there's like a great line where he's like, "Did you?" If he's like, "And you kiss?" And Goku's like, "What's a kiss?"
It's they talk about like how he had kids. It's like we just don't fucking know.
Yeah, and he's like, "We don't mean you kiss." He's like, "No, I've never kissed." And Peter's like, "I don't understand anything anymore." Like I don't understand. And he has like this dumb rivalry where he's just like they're in a in a go-kart. He's like, "I will not lose you, Kakarot." And like slams into his go-kart. Like it just seems like they know to have like the guy when Akira Toriyama came back to make Super. He's like, "I'm just gonna have fun with this again." And Hit's really cool. Like I think Hit's a good like rival villain is like he is also like in that whole arc it's like Goku pushes himself to get as strong as Hit, and while Hit's fighting he's like, "Oh, I've never really needed to go stronger than this, so I just can." So he's never tried to. So he's like, "You made me get stronger." So like they have this good rivalry of like they're both trying to get incredibly strong, and Hit's like, "Oh, I never had to try to get stronger, and now I just am getting stronger because I never tried." And he can stop time. That's his whole thing.
Oh shit.
He stops time and moves through it like a second. It's like the whole fight is like you can see like these like the time skips are getting longer and longer. Like he's learning how to stop time for more and more time. And then Goku's like, I'm just getting faster and faster and stronger and stronger. It's a very good moment.
How do you beat the guy who can stop time?
You get really good at predicting. And Goku's whole new transformation is called Ultra Instinct, which is like God, like pure God mode, like which means you just become really good at predicting. You become silver.
How do you escalate this shit?
Yeah, it's really well. They just add a god, and they're like, okay, gods are more powerful than you'll ever be. Goku.
But what's above the god?
So like, there's Beerus who's a god, and then like the person he comes in with, like
the blue man.
That person's stronger, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like his butler though.
Yeah, right. And so it's very strange, but apparently that person can put down Beerus if he goes crazy or something. And when they're talking like he is blocking everything, and they're like, oh. They can just predict. That's like Ultra Instinct, and so Goku gets to Ultra Instinct as an idea.
Okay,
that's the new level up. He like stays the exact same. Black hair gets a little spiky. He's like a white aura around him. His eyes turn a little silver. And that's really it. But he like becomes more predictive of movements and still is powerful.
That's a One Piece thing too.
Yeah,
they have that,
which is cool. I like
observation hockey.
I also like how they just shit on Super Saiyan 3 and Super. They just like hate it.
What?
They're like it's too much energy. It costs too much energy. And it's not like sufficient enough. You just stay in 2 or you go to God. There's no like, you never do 3 because it's just not like efficient as an idea.
It looks weird still.
Yeah,
I don't like how 3 looks.
I still love it when like you do the Super and like your full Ultra 3 as Goku. He turns Super Saiyan 3 and goes like bam.
Does Gotenks ever do anything in Super? Is he back?
No, it's
apparently
really,
people hate Gotenks.
Yeah,
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, well, like, the whole arc of Majin Buu is watching everyone fuck up.
Yeah.
And then Buu just trounce everyone because they all are constantly dumbasses, which is why I don't think people like that arc.
I don't like that arc.
It's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's like, we could do it, and you're like, I'm just gonna hit him like a punching bag. You're like, no, like fucking get your shit together.
And Gohan comes and he's about to win and he just gets eaten.
Yeah, it's crazy. So people don't like that arc that much.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, understandable.
And then there's the Devil Man. What's his? It's like the Devil King. He's just working for.
Oh yeah,
Bibbidi,
like working for Bibbidi. They get
Babidi.
Majined, like Vegeta Majin versus Majin Vegeta versus Goku. Is like
say Vegeta has a brain, man.
Yeah,
that fucking arc he does not.
No, I don't think. I think that whole arc. I'm saying like now in Super, he's still like a very much a hot-headed asshole, but he thinks. But I think that I think Dragon Ball and most shonen's problem is like you're like, I got it, but like you character, can you please get it when I got it 13 episodes ago?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And you're like, oh. But back to the game.
It's a great game.
It's a great game. It seems really cool. I think Cells seems really good. I think a lot of characters seem just really fun. It doesn't seem like any of them are not viable.
We've just been like rotating through people just constantly.
I think some seem more complicated. I think Hit seems really complicated.
Yeah, I tried him out. I didn't like him, and I was like, I don't think I'm prepared for this.
He has like a really interesting moveset, I think, that's like a lot of like he's a real good like you can't go he should never be in the air. His thing, he should always be on the ground, like just quickly punching and like fading out pretty much. Like in and out. It's like a good switch up.
I really want them to put Master Roshi in as a character, like so
they
badly.
They announced they're gonna put like 8 DLC characters in. I don't think they announced who they are.
What's your dream team right now? Because Captain Ginyu's already in the game.
Yeah.
I tried him out. He does the body switch.
There's one character in the Dragon Ball that's like the new person they have to fight is like Jiru, like this like purple man.
Okay.
And apparently he's just incredibly tough. So I'm like, I just want to see like him in the game as like another incredibly tough villain fighter kind of thing.
I thought Broly would be in this game too.
Yeah, that'd be like another one to throw in would be Broly. I think Broly's too big. Maybe it's like the actual
just be
thing.
Another like Nappa or 16.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think he'd be fun as like almost like a zoner in a way of like he's like very tough, but like he's most of the show is him just throwing fucking green balls. So
it's very fun to do the Hadouken command, and it's just a Kamehameha.
Yeah,
and I just do that over and over again to my friend in the corner.
Kamehameha.
It's so good.
Yeah, but like they have most of the characters I want is like the thing. Like I'd actually want the Devil Man.
Yeah, you get him, you get Roshi.
I honestly want some GT characters in there. I'd want Oob.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who Oob is. Is he the little kid?
Yeah, he's like the little kid.
I've like seen him.
Yeah. I think they should. So what? I guess the real thing they should add Saiyaman. They should add the great Saiyaman, which is Gohan.
Yes.
They should add.
They use the skin.
They should add Videl and Mr. Satan.
God, Mr. Satan and Videl are good too.
Yeah, those are like the 3 you should add.
Chi-Chi, the Joe character.
Yeah. Well, no, Mr. Satan's the Joe character. Chi-Chi is like an actual fighter, like established.
She doesn't use Chi though, does she?
No, no, but like
her name's Chi-Chi.
Yeah, but Chi-Chi would kill Mr. Satan, like hands down.
Chi-Chi could kill Goku.
Yeah,
she's the only one powerful.
Yeah, she knows the full potential. I'm trying to think who else I'd want. besides like the ones I just
Get
named.
the big monkey man. Get like young Goku. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
can, like,
young
turn
Goku.
into the monkey.
But like young Goku's so small. Like would it be as tall as Krillin, or is Krillin already
I think
taller
he'd
than
be,
young
like,
Goku?
a little shorter than young
Yeah.
Gohan, because like Teen Gohan's in the game.
I think you add like Vegito, which is like the Goku.
Yeah,
Vegeta.
the fusion with the earrings.
Yeah, they should add something like that.
Or
That'd
just
be a
like
good one.
individual like Go 10.
They already have Gotenks. Like I don't think you could add too many more. I don't think you
Okay,
could add more
alright.
fusions. I think like you add the one everyone loves.
You just told me you wanted to put Goku and Vegeta together.
Yeah, I know. I'm like that's the one. That's the last one you should add.
I don't want Yachirobe in this game. I don't like Yachirobe.
You know, yeah, I don't think you should have
I don't
Yashiro.
Fuck Yamcha.
Fuck you.
Put
Yamcha's
Bulma.
already
Put
done.
Bulma in.
Hell yeah, there you go.
I think Master Roshi's a really fun character. they
Maybe
should
add
do.
the android like 15, the one who absorbs things that
I don't
Vegeta kills.
remember him that well.
He's like this clown looking ass mid guy.
What if they just put the Red Ribbon Army dude in? Dr.
Gero?
Gero?
No.
Okay, he's just a big head.
Yeah, but no, like the actual people who fight is maybe my argument here.
He's just a big robot, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Put in Cooler.
Yeah, you should add Cooler. You should just put Cooler in as Cooler's cool. And have him to be the mechanical Cooler, the mecha Cooler. Yeah. So you can like do a bunch of like throw his own people out at them. Stuff
Captain
like that.
Genyu's a good include.
Yeah. I mean they got most of the main people who you'd want.
Yeah.
Like Master Roshi I think would be funny. I think if you like put him in buff mode too.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He rides the turtle.
Yeah. Comes in, smashes you with a turtle on the head.
The tournament announcer with the sunglasses and the mustache.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I know they should just add him as a pack of voice acting. I'm gonna see if they did
Put him in the background.
Dragon Ball.
We're running out of ideas here. I thought this would be easier.
No, there's not that many characters people know.
I've
of.
seen giant ass rosters on some of those other games, man.
Yeah, but like no one cares about those characters.
Yeah,
it's like
they're
the actual
bloated.
answer.
There's 3 different Gokus.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters DLC characters. Let's see if we got it.
I do want Mr. Satan as much as it's a joke. Give him like a jetpack. That's how you rationalize it. It would just break the canon though, because there would just be the way all the new fighters come in. They do like the arm block. Like imagine him doing that. Like you can't.
You can't. It's too powerful.
He's the most powerful human.
Who?
Mr. Satan. The
No,
strongest-
he's totally not.
He's the strongest human in the world. He defeated Cell.
It's true.
What else? Like
I think it's really funny that like the strongest character is Krillin. The strongest human of all time is Krillin. He just gets shit on constantly.
is he the strongest human?
Well, who's stronger
I
than
haven't
Krillin?
like, actually thought about the real strongest.
It might be
human.
Tien. Might be like slightly stronger, but like, those are the two.
I feel like Krillin should be stronger than Tien.
I think he is. I think even Tien thinks he's stronger than him. But that's what it looks like. Someone did some data mining. Is this what it looks
Fuck.
like? Ready to hear it?
Good for you, Krillin. I love Krillin.
Yeah, I think Krillin should get. I think Super's biggest mistakes are not giving the side characters way more like strength as characters.
I mean, it's tough when they have that roster and they
Yeah.
have to deal with the escalation and like
Yeah.
only Goku can
Well,
actually
there's
fight
like
someone.
they do like a bunch of like tournament arcs. They just did like three. They did like 2 tournament arcs, but like they should like yeah, maybe Krillin can't beat everyone, but Krillin should be able to beat someone and like make it seem like a cool fight.
You're making me really want to watch Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
I think
so
I'm
this is
gonna
what it
start
looks like.
tonight.
I want to point out we got really close. Broly.
Oh, they have them announced already.
No, this was something like they were
Okay.
doing data mining. This is what it looks like. But this is what I would probably agree this is what it should be. Broly. I don't like this choice. Bardock, but you know
Who's Bardock?
that's Goku's father.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so they did a movie where they did like the beginning of like the story of Bardock, and Bardock is Goku's father.
I don't know this character at all.
Yeah,
They
he's really late. In
They
the
should
game.
put imperfect Cell in, like
Yeah.
the lizard man who eats people.
Zamasu is the third one, who's
Who?
like this god who hates Goku,
Okay.
or like a Kai that hates Goku.
Why does he hate Goku?
Because Goku can become as strong as a Kai, and he's like,
Okay.
that cannot happen. And Goku's like it was really this really great moment where he's just like, yeah, like fuck you, and like tries to hit him, and Goku's like, poof, like blocks and is like, that's a good try, like kind of like that, like this is fun. And guys like, Vegito,
Is Vegeta? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, good pull.
Cooler,
Cooler.
and Ranger Android 17, which is the Android 17 is like, but his form in
That's the
Super.
movie where he's like crazy evil. And
no,
like,
no, this is the one where he's super, the super one. Android 17's us is like our, so like Android 17 shows up in Super again, and he's just
he's
like
the black-haired one who's 18's twin, right?
yeah. Who's the one who shows up in his mix-ups? You know, like 17 shows up in Android 18's mix-ups. Yeah. So 17 and Super just works as a ranger. He just works like, and he just kills Red Ribbon Army people who keep trying to like destroy nature.
Wait, he's alive?
yeah. He
thought
never
he
died. He
died.
never died.
I thought he died.
And he's incredibly powerful.
I
as, like,
also
the
thought he was an
side joke.
asshole and like a bad guy.
Yeah, well, you know the androids, like 18, became like a good, like became Krillin's life, and 17's like, I'm just gonna fuck off, fuck everyone here, and just left.
Okay. Well, 16's dead. 16's
yeah,
gone.
16 died. Yeah, 16 blew himself up literally.
The hero we deserve.
Yeah, and 17's like, fuck this, and you just become a ranger at a park, pretty much. Like on an island, Red Ribbon goes there and is like, we're gonna capture the animals. He just comes in and kills all of them. It's like his intro, and he's like, fuck all these Red Ribbon people. And Goku's like, hey, there's a tournament coming up. Want to like help? And 17's like, fuck off. And then he's like, let's fight, kind of moment.
Jesus Christ.
And then they fight, and Goku goes full like God mode, and 17 keeps up with him. And
what the fuck?
And 17's like, yeah, I've also been training. Like, don't even fucking try.
Why is 18 not that powerful?
18 is that powerful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 18.
She's pretty strong.
Yeah,
right?
18 and 17 work together, and the whole super arc is like a good. That's why that 18 works. I think well, because like they literally work together in the whole arc.
They have a tag team thing going
Yeah.
on.
Like that move where they both combine and shoot into each other is like a whole thing they do in Super.
So is the power level right now? We have Goku, we have Vegeta,
mm-hmm.
and then is it the androids?
So this is what it probably looks like. Is like actually there's people way higher than Goku.
I know
like
in terms of the main protagonist
roster?
people, like the good guys.
Yeah, it's Goku, Vegeta, and then probably Android 17, 18.
Where's Piccolo? Is he relevant?
Piccolo's probably right below them.
Can he
and
fight?
Then Krillin. Piccolo can fight. I don't think they ever give him enough to fight with. Like they don't give those characters enough. Like.
And then Krillin gets nothing. And he's probably the
Krillin
strongest.
actually fights in the tournament arc. I think he does like one thing, but then he's like I'm good, and then gets like wrecked like right afterwards. You know, like that moment of like gets cocky for a second, then dies.
And Gohan just doesn't really do anything because he's a nerd now.
I've heard they've made Gohan like an actual fighter. So if you actually ranked it, it'd probably be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, like in actual strength. Is Gohan's gone full mystic ability? I think is what it is. You know, like the Kai unlock your power kind of thing, and like Gohan lets that power out. That's called mystic form.
But I thought if Gohan was trying again, he'd be the strongest because he's stronger.
But he's just getting back where Goku never stops.
He's getting back in shape.
Yeah,
he hit those books hard.
I think the thing is like Goku beat Gohan at some point.
Yeah.
Like when Goku was like Goku when Gohan was supposed to be, he would be stronger than Goku, but now that Goku can go so much stronger.
Nice try, son.
Yeah, he almost like got his ass kicked. It's like a thing. I think it's like a one fight, but I'm unsure. It's like now Goku's like I go blue mode. And then I go Kaioken while in my blue mode. And he goes through muscle spasms because it's too much power and he like can't control it. I love the ending of that fight with Hit. It's like him just like spasming on the ground. It's like all of his muscles like start like contracting and expanding. He's like, ah!
It sounds terrible.
It's like a real fucking horror show.
And then Goten and Trunks are too young to do anything.
Yeah, they're just dumbass. They're still
like
the dumb idiots who are like, I just want to fight anyone.
See, I really liked them.
Yeah.
And like I wish they got more time. Yeah, the Ghost Kamikaze attack.
What the fuck?
So when they fight, they just fuse. Like they don't ever fight.
Yeah, they didn't do their fusion.
All right. It's weird to see like the super muscular little kid with the giant hair.
Yeah.
That's visually strange.
I think the hair when it's not super is even stranger to look at.
It's got like black down the center,
and purple.
right?
Yeah, black down the center and purple on the side. It's so fucked. Dragon Ball's good. I might have to watch Super eventually.
Is Mr. Popo still around?
Yeah, Mr. Popo's still around.
He's still
I think everyone's still around except for like the people who canonically died.
No one dies in Dragon Ball.
King Kai died. They still haven't revived him. King Kai's still pissed about that.
Oh, he's still got the halo.
Yeah, he's like, fucking come on.
Put King Kai.
Yeah, put King Kai in. King Kai ain't got nothing on me. Yeah, it's a roster, baby.
Yeah, and I think there's fluff, but there's not as much fluff as there could have been, which is kind of cool. Actually,
I'm trying to think what's the fluff for you.
Just like the blue Goku and Vegeta.
I think that's the fluff. Yeah,
that's the fluff.
But you gotta add.
I don't think you need teenage Gohan. Honestly, that might be controversial, but like I think you have like adultish Gohan.
I've always liked adultish Gohan more, anyways. I like the mystic idea a lot. I think it's like everyone's like, oh, what fucks people up? Magic in this world. And like, wait, what? And
yeah,
like,
they rarely do magic shit.
Yeah. And then Gohan's cool. I actually like Gohan. I think I said this time. I think adult Gohan's still my favorite Dragon Ball character. Of the guy who's like, I don't want to fight. I just want to go to school. I fucking hate this weird family.
I want to like support my family.
Yeah, I just want to get married to my wife. I have a kid now.
Does he have a kid in Super?
Yeah, he's married to Videl and has a kid.
Wait, so she's born before Bra?
What?
Because that's Vegeta's daughter.
Yeah. They got Pan. They might have Bra. I'm unsure though.
I don't fucking.
Yeah, but I like the name Pan. I think Pan's just a good name.
I like Akira Toriyama's names.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he doesn't really pull too hard, and Pan's like a super normal Greek god. So
Gohan is rice.
Yeah. Gohan, Videl, and Pan, my family, and then Piccolo's the dad. Is like my favorite thing. Is like the actual. They lean really hard into Piccolo just being the actual father of the family.
Does he hang out like in the house?
Oh god, so like it's like Gohan.
Aww.
Gohan and Videl are like, we need to go. Need a babysitter. We always ask Piccolo. We'll never ask Goku or Chi-Chi. And then when they're busy, Goku's like, I have to watch Pan, and Pan's like super powerful, and just like flies away
she, like,
at
2
night.
years, like a little baby.
Yeah, but she's like, got that Super Saiyan blood, so she just like, flies away. And they're like, ah, shit, fuck. I just love Piccolo's like, remember, read her bedtime story and tuck her at night.
Piccolo is always my favorite. I think.
Piccolo's like this villain that turns just into a father.
Yeah, because the arc of him and Gohan is like really sweet.
Yeah, I still think like Gohan being like, can I just wear Piccolo suit when I go out there? Like it's like the most sweetest thing. And Piccolo's like, of course. And it's like some weird Stockholm syndrome bullshit.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, Piccolo's a good guy at heart. He just beat
his outfit's super cool.
Yeah,
He's
it's
got, like,
weighted.
the cool turban. And
it's
like,
weighted for some. Oh, good. He takes it off and goes, falls on the ground. That wasn't my full power. Oh, it's good.
It's a lot of good Dragon Ball talk.
Yeah,
I like that dumb filler bullshit for Dragon Ball just because I think
I
those
like
characters
some
are
of
so
it.
fun.
I like some of it. Some of it's bullshit, but like when
It sounds like they do a lot
when
of
Goku
it
and
in
Piccolo
Super.
have to learn how to drive is just a classic arc.
I love that one.
It's so good. These dumbass idiots. We just fly. No, you have to get your driver's
The
license.
driving instructor for Goku is like, wait, one of them is like the straight man, and the other one's like totally okay with the chaos. I don't remember who gets paired with who.
I think it's probably Goku who gets paired with the chaos. Or
I
like
think Piccolo's is like totally okay with like Piccolo. Fuck, I don't know.
Piccolo's the straight man, and Goku's the crazy boy.
Yeah. The one with Goku is this woman, and she's like oblivious to everything.
Yeah. Piccolo's a good character.
Chi-Chi makes them learn how to drive.
Yeah. Dumbest bullshit. I just love how like terrible Goku is at most things he does besides fighting. Like everything else, he's like a 3-year-old child.
Yo, where's the Ox King?
Yeah, bring back the Ox King.
Yeah, bring from Dragon Ball. Where's the pole?
Yeah, who's
the blue guy? Emperor Pilaf.
Yeah, Emperor Pilaf. Well, he's not a fighter. He just wants the Dragon Balls. And he just runs that stuff.
What if he fought Shenron? What if Shenron was a fighter?
What if bring back Omega Shenron then from GT? That's like the last enemy from GT.
What's the rationalization of that? They use the Dragon Balls too much.
Yeah, so they become Black Dragon Balls, and then if those combine, they
space.
become super powerful, and that becomes Omega Shenron.
And it turns Goku young.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Goku's like, I'm a young kid now.
Who's Baby?
Baby was a parasite that just infects people and makes them they control them.
Oh.
And slowly become more like Baby.
That's the antagonist of GT?
That's the first arc. The second arc is, I forget. The third arc's Omega Shenron.
So, like, Shenron's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget the third arc. Second arc is. I feel like I should know this on top of my head, but I don't anymore. I think second arc might be the return of Android 17, like evil Android 17.
Right.
Yeah.
I was kind of familiar with that.
Yeah, it might be that, but I'm unsure, to be completely honest.
I genuinely think, like, Imperfect Cell could be a really cool character.
Yeah. That's too much. I might
get a little of the bloat then.
Yeah, get a little of the bloat then. Well, I think
like him aesthetically a lot.
I think Bardock's a better pick than Imperfect Cell.
Really?
Yeah. So I think
Bardock
can be
do
very different.
do his asshole brother then, like.
So that would be a copy. I think Bardock like changes, like he has very different like mega attacks is a thing.
Okay, maybe I just don't know the character.
Final Flash style shit. I think Final Flash is a fucking cool or Big Bang Attack, and then Final Flash are
I
the
couldn't
best
do
supers.
Big Bang Attack as Vegeta.
Big Bang.
I couldn't find it. It wasn't in the move list. I think.
Isn't that like just his big ball, right? Big Bang Attack.
Well, it's like his equivalent of the Kamehameha. And it's like pink.
No, that's Gallic Gun. Gallic Gun's that's
okay.
Gallic Gun.
That's Big Bang Attack.
Big Bang Attack's just like a giant ball he shoots out.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just one of his normals, like one of his key, like style key. Then he has Final Flash, which is the big boom put it together.
I'm just
and
a fake Dragon Ball fan, obviously.
I watched a lot of Dragon Ball.
You should.
There's
a lot
good.
to watch.
I like Final Flash quite a bit.
Do you like Kai better than the original?
I haven't watched Kai.
I
To be
watched
honest,
Kai,
yeah. I bet I would like it a lot to like just get into Dragon Ball again. But like I'd want to watch 1 to 2 and then maybe get to Boo. Boo's like a real hard arc to get through.
I've still never finished Boo.
But
I got to the part where everyone is dead.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Like,
That's
Kid
the best
Boo's
part.
just like hanging around.
You're
and I don't know how they
destroying
revive
everything.
Goku.
Yeah, they're like,
like,
what the fuck do we do?
Like, I know he spirit bombs. It's fine.
Yeah, the end of every.
They just nuke him.
Yeah, that sucks.
Wait, so Beerus becomes a good guy? He just becomes cool?
Beerus, like, they give him food, and he's like, this food's great. And, like, that's the end of that, like,
yeah, because in the story mode, he's like, aren't you going to wine and dine us, Bulma? And I'm like, I like this guy.
Yeah, Beerus is great. He's just, like, he likes them all because he knows Goku's getting stronger, and he wants, like, to have a harder fight is, like, what he wants.
So he's, like, hit.
Yeah. Sort of. Or, like, Beerus is more like training them to be as strong as him, so, like...
Oh, he's, like, actually, like, invested.
Yeah, like, he's, like, he wants that fight. Where, like, Hit, like, is, like, a rival. Like, he just wants to fight to, like, get stronger. Where Beerus, like, I want them to become as strong as me because I'm so much more powerful than them.
So he never actually beats Beerus.
No.
Oh.
No,
it just resolves with him just being like,
well,
that's okay.
He had the food, and he liked the food a lot, so Beerus just comes out and goes, I will destroy Earth, and just shoots a rock, and the rocker's like, I have destroyed Earth, and then like,
Aw,
yeah,
cool.
and then he's like, and I want a sundae, and like, eats a sundae. Like, that's his like whole thing.
Just a lazy cat.
Yeah. Yes, you figured him out. He like constantly tries to get Goku to be stronger through subterfuge. It's very funny.
That's good. All
yeah.
right.
So they constantly just have like meals. He's like, I've come for the food. If you don't give me the good food, I'll destroy your world.
Is he friends with Boo then?
Yeah.
They get along?
No. Boo is just fucking around and fails at everything. But they're like, we should have Boo for this arc because Boo's so incredibly powerful. And then Boo's like, there's a written exam entrance, and Boo fails it. He's like, and then just falls asleep because Boo's like,
Boo's just an idiot.
Yeah, Boo's just this fat idiot. He's like, and then just falls asleep and like,
Mr. Satan still take care of him.
Yeah,
they're just
they're best friends. They're just best friends. He's like, Boo, what are you doing? And Boo's like, Boo, and he's like, all right. Like it is. I love Boo, Fat Boo, being a good person so much more than anything in the world. I still love the arc of the online game. Do you know how on the online game you can pick Boo as a race?
Yes. In
Xenoverse. And you know why? Do you know like how that's all explained?
No.
Boo one time saw like a porno stash from Mr. Satan and was like, I want a female Boo, and then makes a female Boo literally, and they fuck until they have enough kids to make a race.
What the fuck?
Yes,
Is this canon?
That's canon. That has never happened in that universe. It is extremely canon.
Oh my god. Because he can just like separate his body, right?
Yeah, and so he just fucks.
He just fucks himself
until there's too many Boos.
Is that masturbation?
Is it? If you fuck a clone, is it masturbation? Dragon Ball's incredibly dumb. Reminds me when I was playing Fusions, and that's incredibly dumb too.
Akira Toriyama gets it.
Yeah, he gets it.
He gets it.
He gets female Boo. What a fucking nightmare.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's a Fighters seems like a really fucking solid fighting
This
game.
is like one of the coolest licensed games I think I've ever seen.
And like a lot of love in it in a way. Which is cool. I like love in my games.
Yeah, I think both of the games, Monster Hunter and Dragon Ball, are gonna sell very well.
And then early next week is Shadow of the Colossus.
Is it?
February 9th, I think.
I think that's 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, like, early next month is actually what I meant to say.
Yeah,
so that was actually my mistake.
Next Friday, so 2 weeks.
Yeah. Which I already have reserved. It's coming eventually.
Is that 60 or 40?
That was 40, I think.
Okay.
I've seen some people complain about it, actually. They don't like the art style.
I've heard people complain about the controls. They're like, I was going to switch to the modern controls, and they're like, oh, I'm on the modern controls already.
Yeah, I would go back and play that game like the original.
That's what I would think, but people hated them in the original.
I heard people don't like the art style, like because like it's very much more realized, they're like more less blurred and sort of like painting on in a way, which is interesting. I'm just gonna play it, so I just want to see how big those big shadows look like, those big colossi.
Yeah.
And then I'll enjoy that game a heck of a ton because that game's incredibly good.
Yeah.
And that's just the ins and outs of it.
And I'll get some trophies.
Objectively, a very good game.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna look really pretty. I might recommend that for the show. I'm unsure.
We could do a cool episode with that, actually.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I have to plan the near episode.
I could win it and then just do the time attack mode. We just do the time attack mode. They still have that in.
All right, quick. What Colossi do you pick? You got an hour to show this shit off.
All right, Swordman.
Swordman, absolutely.
Okay. Big flying boy.
The bird.
The big. No. The bird is good.
The desert bird.
The desert bird as well.
The desert
dragon
like
you're on the horse. You're on Calvin's. It just goes like out of the. Oh shit.
I love the lizard still. And
yeah,
like
lizard in the
Coliseum hole.
Yeah.
That fight's sick.
That's a good one.
I don't think you do the bull.
No,
it's too long.
Don't do either of them.
No. You could do the second Colossi, the big kind of bull thing where you shoot the feet if you want to like open on something.
Yeah. No, I think we open on
sword.
We open on sword or bird.
Okay.
Because if you open on bird, where you're like, hey, we got down here, and you go see this. Well, it makes no noise. It just goes.
That's what I picture.
And then you just jump on and it goes, and like the music kicks. Oh man.
Do you want to do the final one? That's too much.
I just want to see the final one. You know.
The darkness.
Yeah.
And the lightning.
Yeah, I just want to see the final one.
I don't know how you like re-realize that in HD and stuff. That's wild.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's gonna be changed. Like I think the art style stuff needs to be changed, so they're changing it. I think it still looks cool though.
All right, so we agree the sword though. That's the third one, right?
Well, yeah. No, sword's the third one, and the fourth one's the bird one.
Okay.
I think.
We don't need the horse.
What?
We don't need the horse. I hate the 15th. That's the one that pissed me off. The giant one where you have to like climb up the sides and get on his head.
I don't remember this one.
It's the second to last one.
Yeah.
It's in this giant arena. He's like the biggest one.
Oh yeah, he's like go on the bridge and jump off on.
I did not like
That's
that.
a good one. He's like going on like when his bridge is like coming at you, you like, jump off like that game does scale so well.
You do the turtle where you have to flip him over.
That
with
one
the
sucks.
Steam.
That's actually maybe the worst.
No, that's better than that one.
I don't know.
You do the worm, the sandworm.
We should.
That
I'm like
one's
that's
tough.
what I'm saying. We should do like Swordman, Birdman, Sandworm.
I hate the sandworm.
Sandworm's tough.
On the horse trying to
Yeah,
shoot
you're like,
it. You don't know what to do at first.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's a puzzle game. My favorite puzzle game.
You're like fucking whipping the horse, or the zebra one's good, where like it looks in the hole and you come behind it and grab it.
That one's okay.
I like this. Like you're going this one, you're just like, it's like stomping. You're like, yeah, like the sense of like you being like, oh fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
The whole game is incredible.
Yeah.
Then climb up the whole tower at the end. I don't know.
Which one's climbing the tower? Oh, the final one. Yeah.
No. I meant like you did you not climb the tower to get the fruit that takes all your HP and stamina away?
No. I don't know
So
what this
if
is.
you climb, so you can actually climb the building itself. If you cut off lizards' tails, you get more stamina if you eat them.
Oh.
And so at some point it goes forever. So eventually you just climb the tower and there's a fruit on top. You eat it and it takes it all the way.
How do you get back down?
Yeah, right.
You just die?
I think you can like climb like you can do the jump down. It's easier to climb down than climb up.
But why would you do that? You're just resetting it to 0.
It's like a challenge for yourself.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. The game's interesting.
Do you think that'll be in the remake?
Yeah, it should. If it's not in the fucking remake, I'll be mad.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking cut these goddamn lizards' tails off.
Yeah.
And get more stamina so I can make that game easier for myself because like, I'm a child.
Especially for that final boss.
Yeah, fucking woof. Oofa doofa.
Jumping from those hands.
It's a good game.
Questionable jumping sometimes.
Yeah, the game's questionable in many areas, but it's a beautiful game.
What else you got for things you played as we try and close out? Because I still got a lot we could go through.
What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
No, I want to hear what you got.
I'm done.
Are you out of ammunition?
Yeah, I haven't played that much, dog. Oh no, I played Slay the Spire, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I watched a Trump video.
Card game.
The card player Trump.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening.
Donald Trump playing Slay the Spire.
Instead of golf. Well, who'd have
Yeah,
thunk?
who'd have thunk it? Still shitty. All right.
Yeah, Slay the Spire seems cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I need to put more time into it, but it's definitely a game I've been like Star Trek and Slay the Spire. Okay, I've been watching a lot of Star Trek. If you haven't been able to pick this up yet, but like it's like a good browser. It's like a game to put on your left side. Turn the settings down, put on something else on the other side.
Slay the Spire seems a little too early still. Like I saw there was I think just the one class still.
There's two classes you have, and then the third one's locked still. Like it's just locked forever.
I wish they had more classes. That'd be really
cool.
I
think that game's still early, but it's good enough that I'm like okay getting into it early.
I want to talk about Demon Souls.
Oh, you've been playing Demon Souls?
I haven't.
Okay, you played that one time.
So I got it because we didn't talk about this on the show. So I got it. I was really excited because I was like, man, I'm gonna get in here before the online shuts off in February, and then I deal with a game-breaking bug because the online servers are just fucked, I guess.
Yeah.
So I can't play the game online because it just breaks my game and starts getting incredibly framey. The music bugs out, and I get these weird sound effect glitches. Like
that sucks.
I'm playing at like 12 frames a second, and there's like
you should
insane
probably
lag.
Take that off.
That was the whole fucking point of me getting it was to play online.
Just play the fucking game. It's good enough on its own.
I mean, like I did play Bloodborne offline. Like I did all that. Like it's not a problem, but I know they do cool things with like the world state, right? Like,
they do, but like it's also fucking confusing and I'd almost argue annoying at some points.
What changes from it? Does it affect like monsters,
loot drops, item gets? Like it affects a lot, and like it can be really fucking annoying.
It's just such an interesting system I wanted to experience, and I feel like I'm not gonna have it now.
I think it's an interesting thing that it's a failed experiment, though. It's actually what I'd say, and that's why they took it out for every other game past it.
Well, they're probably going to remaster it at some point.
Remastering Dark Souls 1, so we'll see if they go back to Demon Souls.
I feel like there's not a lot of love for Demon Souls.
There's not.
I booted it up, and I picked the Templar Knight dude, whatever class.
The Knight, probably.
Yeah. I have this big, like, spear, javelin, and armor, and I felt like I described it as, like, armor porn. I was, like, just walking around, and you feel clunky and, like, weighty, and I was like, oh, this is nice coming off of, like, Bloodborne, like, this other extreme. Like, I was super into it. Going through it, I'm like, this is real arcadey. I'm just killing dudes in this castle. I'm having a great time. And then the game just broke for me, and I was...
Yeah, you should probably restart, take it offline.
I was feeling like, all right, I don't think I'm going to replay Berseria right now, like, all the way through. I'm like, what if I do either Demon Souls or I do Valkyria Chronicles? It's still just on my mind.
I think since you started Demon's Souls, you should try to finish it.
I barely did. It was like scratching the surface.
I think
I opened that big gate.
I think you should try to finish it.
I also kind of want to play some PS1 games. What if I played Final Fantasy? What if I went back to Final Fantasy 7?
Then go try it.
I don't know. I'm not gonna do any of this shit on Time for Games.
Yeah,
watch Dragon Ball Super.
Try to focus on one.
This is my problem. I'm having a hard time getting motivated on just one game because I want to do so much.
Like I'm gonna play Monster Hunter World barely anything. I'm gonna try to finish Tales and then go to Monster Hunter World.
You're gonna finish Tales?
I'm gonna try.
Makes me so happy.
I like to focus on one game. It's like my thing.
I try to too, but I'm usually playing like 2 games at once. Often I get the handheld one. Like I get Etrian Odyssey on the side. I'm not gonna finish Xenoblade now. Probably. I'm just gonna take a leave of absence.
Yeah, I think that's an okay game to put down is my answer. But hey, you should probably. I think it's an easy game to pick back up. To be honest, too.
That game's complicated as hell.
Yeah, but I think like it's like complicated, but how they explain it to you is very simple. So you get back into it, and you're like, oh, I got it.
I hope so.
I mean, maybe I just played 100 hours of it. Like it's brain in my brain.
Somewhere along the line, I platinum Kingdom Hearts 2 again.
It's a mistake.
I checked. I have 6 platinum trophies right now. All of them are action RPGs. Just coincidentally.
Yeah, just a coincidence.
That's my favorite genre.
There you go. That's the actual.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's funny.
Yeah, I get you.
It's funny.
You depress me.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is great still.
You know what else is great? Calling it into this podcast because we have to go. We're running out of time here, and I have to go home and do shit. So. Yeah. So
I don't have to go to work. What are you talking about?
I have to do stuff.
I have work.
You have work too. Well, it's been good talking to you, Joe.
It's been great talking to you, Chase.
And that's going to be the
Objective Perspective.
Bye.